It's going live. Alright, cool. We are live. Alright. So today we don't have as many people with us yet. So there might be people jumping into the call. But right now it's just me and Dave. So maybe a little slow. I'm a little tired. Because I just woke up.
I'm pretty exhausted today.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, right now is kind of like their crunch month for Hazbin production as well. So, like, I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, but I still want to be streaming because the stream funds really help right now. So,
We're in the middle of the final.
You can go.
We're in the middle of the final composition for the show.
Yeah.
And it's just been like
It's
just file organization and cleanup, and it's just crunch.
Cleanup and backgrounds and composition and making sure everything's in place, sound, and music, everything. I seeing it all come together. I can honestly say that you guys are in for some fucking brilliant shit, and I'm not even just saying that because like it's my show and I love it, but like it's like the things that everyone's doing in the comp stage are like blowing my mind. So, and like seeing it all come together with the backgrounds and color and everything, it's pretty fucking great. So you guys are like, I'm not trying to hype it up. It's genuinely really cool. So
it's gonna be a solid 3 out.
3 what?
Gonna be a solid 3.
You keep cutting right at the end of the sentence again.
Oh no! I said it's gonna be a solid
3 Okay, I heard you that time through the wall. He said 3 out of 10. If nobody heard it. No, it's genuinely looking amazing, and no matter what, it's definitely something I'm gonna be insanely proud of, and I think everybody involved should be proud because like their work is amazing. So, but that's why I'm a little bit lower energy than I probably would be normally, because like I'm to say I'm doing a lot this month would be an understatement. Trying to make sure it happens. So it's a lot. I saw a like $1-ish donation. What kind of pizza
I
do
know
the
what
demons?
kind of.
I don't know. I don't like pizza very much, so I wouldn't.
Pineapple with extra anchovies, just because I feel like that'll piss people.
Yeah, just the worst pizzas. Alistair likes venison pizza.
The $5.
Sure.
So, Catherine Carcamo asked how the month's been treating you. This month sucks.
Yeah, I mean this month we're only 9 days into this one, but this one's like heavy production month, so I'm feeling the heat and I'm feeling the stress. And I'm kind of in a constant state of such things. So that's the month. So
yeah, it's basically like because you posted on the official Hazbin Twitter like we are in the stages of the final comp.
Yeah, I mean
next month for the show to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically been like on your end, it's like it's all like the last minute not fun stuff, which is basically compiling it all together, organizing every single file to line it up.
I mean, compositing is actually one of my favorite things to do. Like, I actually really like it. I don't think I'm the best at it. I think I'm getting slowly better. Like, I've learned rim lighting and stuff, which is fucking a new world and a new realm. I think you guys are like I'm kind of going rim light happy, like big time. So I think it makes things look really cool. So I'm excited for that. But
you just got called out by Katie Kerwick. Said, Viv, I don't like pizza. Also, Viv, won't stop talking about California Pizza Kitchen.
Well, okay, I have a conversation. Yeah, you call me out. Well, guess what? I don't eat the pizza at the California Pizza Kitchen. I get the chicken
Yeah, that
sandwich.
just proves how white of a.
I know. I get the sandwich. I get the chicken sandwich with the tomato bisque soup, and I dip it in the soup, and it's the best thing ever. So that's the only thing I get there. It's like my favorite
I can
food.
dip it in the soup.
With avocado on it. Yeah, that's what I get.
I can't say shit because last night when we went out with Zach, I got a fucking grilled chicken avocado sandwich, and it
There
was
you
delicious.
go. There you go.
It has been still premiering in October. Yes, that's why we
Yes,
said it's coming out next month, which happens to be October.
Yeah,
if you look at a calendar,
we're definitely this is like for those who don't know, like we set the deadline and we've been aiming for it for a long time, but like things happen and it's it's gonna come out. Like I'm gonna die before letting it not come out on time. But like we also, there's a lot of deadlines that weren't met, so there's a lot of like scrambling at this point. And while everything's coming together, it's kind of coming together in different forms, in different levels. Like it's kind of staggered. I kind of wanted it to be like all one level. Like, okay, this is just the month we got everything done. We're just compositing it. There's still some things that are like in the works and stuff. So I feel like we're going to be working. I'm aiming to have this month be the last month of production. So like if there's any like thing afterward, it's kind of like afterward, it's like before, because we have a deadline set, and I'm not going to say what it is because I want to release a trailer for that, but like we have the day, and this month is when we aim to like finish the bulk of production. There's another little thing that'll be worked on, finished next month, but it's enough of an addition to not affect the main production at all. So yeah, we're making good time. I'm confident it'll all come out and everything. I'm just like to make that happen with any kind of unpredictable production. It just means a lot of sleepless nights for me because I'm the one that's like making sure it all happens. But there are so many other people on the team that are like just as committed to having it come out on time. So, I'm not alone, but being the head of the project means a lot of the responsibility is on me. So, so it's just
reminder. Yeah. Reminder: drawing requests are $10 and up only.
Yes.
So
also, Ibaracha donated $10 and said, "Hi, I love your animations and hope to see a lot more." Thank you so much. I hope to keep making more. There's definitely some plans for future projects, and I have an amazing team that I really want to hold on to. So hopefully I can still make more things. It all just depends on budget.
Epic.
Nah. It's just the most low energy epic.
Why is this a recurring question?
What?
Do demons have allergies? Is there like some kind of allergy fetish or something people have?
Do they have allergies?
We get that question every single time we do. This. It's like
I don't remember that.
It's like does Angel shove Robitussin up his ass or something like that?
That's not the question, is it?
No, but it's basically it's like they want to know.
It's like that. It's like that, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they get allergies because allergies are kind of like a thing that sucks, and I feel like hell kind of becomes inconvenient every so often. Like there is actually things that just suck for people, and they're just like, God damn it! Like it's not like existence in hell is just perfect. Like it's not perfect, but like it's not like it's just like normal Earth life like all the time. Like it's kind of like that for a little while, and then something really shitty will happen, and everyone has to kind of deal with that, and they're like, oh yeah, we're in hell. It's kind of that way,
Isa for Foy for $10 would like Angel dressed in a tuxedo.
Okay, I can do that. He's kind of already. I guess he's not really wearing a tux, so that's fair. He's kind of wearing just like a suit, like a gangster suit. All right, I'll do that. 1 second. I'm just gonna add a little face to this. Okay. There we go.
You gotta liven this up.
I know.
Can't let this be completely low energy.
I have no energy. I need the food. I need California Pizza Kitchen. I haven't had California Pizza Kitchen in a hot minute, which is I'm proud of myself because I get it a lot. Because I'm
job.
like it's incredibly filling, it's incredibly yummy, and you know I can get it delivered. So I'm like, oh, let's get California Pizza Kitchen delivered again. And the people there are probably like, oh my god, it's this order again, because they get it so much. They're probably like, oh my god. But I haven't gotten it in a little bit, so.
Nada L wants to know which character had the most undignified death.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't talk about the deaths just yet, but undignified. I don't think any of them had a necessarily undignified death. I think some of them had deaths that they probably didn't appreciate. Like, I don't think Alistair appreciates how he actually died compared to how he could have died. But I can't say, like, how he actually died. The drawing was in a tuxedo. Okay, I can do that.
Correct.
Okay. Do we have a lot of them so far? Like drawing requests so far?
Yeah, we have a couple of them.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, all right. I wasn't sure because I was like, you know what, I could spend more time on it, but nah. If we're gonna start speeding up, gotta speed up. Gotta go fast.
We saw It Chapter 2 over the weekend.
Yes, I loved it. I want to see it again. Like really bad.
Good, yeah. It made me laugh a lot.
Everyone's like going, meh. It was meh, and I'm like, fuck you.
My opinion on it is that
we just know how to have fun at a movie?
I'm gonna say this right now. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, unless you're terrified of clowns, it's not scary.
Oh, it's not scary. I get that, but like, okay, I'm just gonna be real. There's no such thing as a scary movie in 2019. It can't be done.
That's not true. You haven't seen like. Well, to be fair, you don't watch like half the movies I watch. But...
No, but like, are any of them scary? Name a scary one. Name a scary one.
The Black Coat's Daughter is like the scariest fucking movie I've seen in a while.
Okay, I'll check that one out because like I don't know, like for me, it didn't necessarily like give me night. That's the thing. I haven't had nightmares or like been afraid to go to bed from a movie like since childhood. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, if anyone is expecting that, you're never gonna get it because the closest was Hereditary. I thought Hereditary was genuinely eerie and genuinely disturbing, but then I kept saying, oh, it's not scary. It was like weird, and I'm like. But it was genuinely disturbing. So, like, what is scary now? What is scary anymore?
I have seen so many horror and monster movies now that, like, honestly, nothing at this point, like, legitimately, I guess, scares me.
That's what I mean.
You know?
That's what I mean. Like, nothing scares anyone anymore. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that it's not, like, scary or disturbing. I'm just saying, like, nothing leaves you as afraid as you were when you were a kid, or movies did before we, like, had an oversaturation of film. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the reason, like, The Exorcist was terrifying to people is because, like, movies like that were not everywhere. And if you watched it nowadays, people would be like, this was scary. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, to me, it's like, it just can't be done anymore. Like, that doesn't mean that a movie can't be, like, genuinely, it's suspenseful and disturbing and all that, but...
It's more about, like, if you really want to get to somebody now, you have to do something psychological and weird enough, because most people nowadays, when they watch, like, just, like, slashers or monster movies or stuff like that, they go because they're fun or they just want, like, a spooky time. Like, for example, in It 2, like, nothing was scary, but I had a lot of fun because so much of the stuff was just so goofy and over the top that I really liked it. So, but not once did I ever be like, oh no, it's the scary clown man. I was just laughing the whole time. So.
I think there were scenes that like they had something, you know, like the scene with the old lady, which is in the trailers, so you know, you guys, it's not entirely a spoiler, but like there's a scene with the creepy old lady, and it's effective for a little while because like they just throw things in the background, like anything going on in the background or like something that's unsettling, like that's where the fear comes from. But at the end of it, it still has to be this clown.
Because you have to keep it in mind what it is based on. Everything in that book is like cocaine fueled, goofy insanity, And like during that part, like you see her in the background, the old lady, like you see her like she's naked and she's going like that like chugga 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 choo choo like in the back. I started like cracking up in the theater just because it's like, yes, it is a creepy image, but it's also so like
It's
just
so
on that ledge
stupid.
of like
Yeah.
uncanny that it's hilarious to me. But I'm not a good critic about that stuff because a lot of people be like, "Oh, this isn't scary, so it sucks." To me, it's like, no, this is just so ridiculous and over the top that I love it because it's so fun.
I just don't understand where anyone's expecting like it to be scary anymore. That's just my
Yeah.
thing. I could be wrong. There could be still genuinely like effective horror movies, which like I said, I thought Hereditary was pretty unsettling. Like I felt something after watching it that, wasn't just that was a good movie. It was like, oh, that had imagery that
No,
like stuck with me.
I could give you a list of movies
Okay,
that
because
are
I
genuinely.
actually would like to see like a genuinely scary movie because like I'm just sick of like like if you want a genuinely scary movie, like I'm sorry, it is not it. It has always been a whimsical, goofy Stephen King romp. Like it has never been actually scary. Like the book has never been actually scary. So I don't understand. Like they did the best with what they had, and they made a good story. Like I just felt like it was a good movie. Like I was like, this is a good movie. It's got cool visuals. It's got amazing acting. It follows the book surprisingly well. Like, and the book is nonsense. I'm listening to the audiobook for it, and it's like the most like I'm literally 5 hours in, and the only things that have happened are Georgie and a little bit of like each of the losers before they become before they go back to Derry. And I'm sitting here like he'll go on for like an hour about like one little bullshit detail, and I'm like, Stephen King, what the fuck are you on? Like I guess
That's
cocaine. Yeah, he's on cocaine. But
yeah, that dude loves talking about wieners too, like
yes,
in great
yes.
detail.
Yeah.
There is there's been in this 5 hours where none of the plot has happened. There has been like 2 graphic sexual scenes, and I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? Like, why do I need to know about Eddie's wife and how they fuck each other? Like, I don't need to know this.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Hi.
I don't know. Hi,
Hey,
hi,
Dan.
Dan. I don't understand how they made a good movie out of this book, but they did it, so I'm impressed because I really like it a lot. Like
I will say though, I liked Ready or Not more, and I recommend people go see that movie because it's not gonna make anywhere near the amount of money that it.
No, that's true.
Go see Ready or Not. That's like one of my favorite movies of the year. It's super fun.
I want to see that one.
I think it was a pretty good thing that in the first It movie, they didn't do the whole child sex thing.
Well,
there was no way they were gonna do
why
that.
would they ever do that?
I don't know.
But
I
will never
will
exist in this world.
I remember I was reading the book like when I was like 12, and I read that part and I just like put it down and stared at a wall for like 20 minutes. And then I didn't read the rest of the book until I was like 16.
Yeah. And what's the worst thing about that is that like he goes into like details about it and stuff, and it's just like
it's like the
and it's like
Stephen King.
Like I was watching like the Red Letter Media review on the first movie, and like when they were talking about that part, Mike Stoklos is like, yeah, and this is where I just picture Stephen King with a police mugshot, and it just lines up perfectly. And I'm like, yeah, it really.
No, like it.
If we're all gonna be equals, you all have to fuck me.
Like it's
Real quick,
just so weird. It's a weird thing. Also, I'm doing the human. Real fast, I'm doing Highland and Delight. Or Highland Delight. Oh, there it is. Hi, guys. I won't be able to stay long because college sucks, but I'm glad I got to at least see a little bit right now. If you can get through Crunch, thank you. If it's all right, could you draw Human Husk? So I'm drawing that real fast. And that's $20.
Okay. And then we have one back that we're going to go back to.
Oh, that was that. I thought that was the farthest back, but I can, yeah. I'll let you read them off after that. That's just because I finished.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yo, Dave, you played Dead by Daylight yet?
I haven't gotten to download it yet because it said with all the DLC I bought, it's gonna take 16 hours to
Oh my!
download.
How bad is your internet?
So,
It's really bad.
Holy
it's
shit.
dude, our internet is so fucking bad. Like, especially because Viv and I, we run stuff a lot at the same time. It makes it terrible. That's the worst part of streaming with this is that since we're across the room from each other, it just gets so slow.
You're using up all
But,
the megabits.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait until I'm done with the Hazbin Swift organization this week, and then I'm just gonna like leave my computer alone for like a day and just let it download Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me say this for everybody. If you want to play Dead by Daylight, that awesome horror game, on Humble Bundle, I almost said Humble Bumble.
Humble Bumble.
The Bumble's one weakness. Humble Bundle. It's the game is only $9.99 right now, and then all of the character DLC packs like Ash Williams, Ghostface, Leatherface, Freddy Krueger are all $5. So go pick that shit up.
Which also, by the way, you don't actually have to buy the DLC.
Dan.
You can get all the DLC by just playing the game.
Oh well, fuck it. I just wanted so that when we start playing, I just wanted to have Ash, Freddy, Leatherface, and Michael Myers right off the bat.
Yeah, dude, it's tough. I thought it was gonna be a little romp through the woods, but I got murdered like the first like 4 games, like pretty quick. Yeah, I got hung on a hook, and then I got myself off the hook.
I'm excited.
And then the dude was just right behind me and scooped me back up and then put me back on the hook, and I was dead.
I want to see it. I want to play it really bad, but I.
Yeah, we were thinking about, like I said, Dan and I were thinking about streaming it, and you should join in because it's fun. It's really fun when you have a few people because one person is the killer, like Freddy or Michael Myers, and then the other 4 have to try to like get away and stuff, and you have to work together.
Yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta do like Quiplash too, because that's always a fun party game.
We played Jesse, Sean, Kellen, me and I played Jackbox the other night. We did Quiplash, and then that T-shirt game.
Oh, too. TK! Oh, that one's so much fun, dude. you gotta play with the artsy fartsy crew because it's ridiculous.
Oh, I bet.
What's another draw-in request?
Next we have from this Daiquiri. They wanted Angel in a bee costume.
In a bee costume? Okay. I can do that. It's like the Jerry Seinfeld.
The Bumble's one weakness.
Oh.
I remember when I was a kid, I was fucking obsessed with like, and I know a lot of people, they're like really like weird Uncanny Valley, but I used to love all the Rankin Bass Christmas specials, especially like Heat Miser and Snow Miser. I loved them.
Oh, Santa Claus comes to town. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I also had this thing where I had this theory that everybody is allowed to own one Funko Pop. If it's more than that, it's a problem. But one's okay. The one I have right now is Ash from AVED, but the one I used to have was Yukon Cornelius from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I just had that on my desk, but it broke because my dog ate it. And
your dog ate it?
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, my one weakness, canines," as he ripped his head off.
Wait, which Ash do you have?
The old Ash from AVED.
Oh my god, we have the same one.
Oh my god!
Dude, look in the chat. It's the same fucking Ash.
Wait, what?
No, you have the Evil Dead 2 one. I have the old man one.
Oh, well, rats.
With the long sleeve. Oh well, it's still good.
Yeah, mine's cool. Whatever. Whatever. I'm not mad. I think I have 2 Funko Pops. I don't know where the other one is.
That's a problem then.
I really don't like them though. I think an ex-girlfriend got them for me, and I just keep them on my shelf of interesting items.
Master In0120607 donated $55 of some money. I'm a big fan of your work, and I'm very much looking forward to Hazbin Hotel. Here's a little something to help along the way. Get crazy, buy some pizzas.
Thank you.
You got to use it for pizza now.
Thank you. I'll use it for pizza for the Hazbin crew when they're in town.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Okay, so I'll promise this. Okay. If Hazbin Hotel, the pilot next month on release day, if it gets 1 million views in a day, I will force Viv to eat an anchovy pizza, and we'll post.
I mean, I'll
I'm
do
not-
it. Please help us do. I'll do
Yeah.
it.
If we get 1 million views in one day, Viv, I will force her to eat an anchovy pizza, and we'll
I've
post it on
actually,
Twitter.
I've actually eaten anchovies before, and it did
They're
not
so
sit,
gross,
it
man,
did
'cause
not
it's so-
sit well
they're
with me.
They're so salty.
They're
that
so
it's
salty that I think I
overpowering.
like almost fucking vomit. I was like,
I think
no.
anchovies are fucking great, dude. If you don't eat the rest of that anchovy pizza, I'll eat it.
All right, there you go. But I
That's-
want
yeah.
that. I want 1 million views in a day. If we can do it, that would be amazing.
And Dave's gonna
Thing-
shotgun a Four Loko.
Yeah.
I'll do that for free.
Oh god.
I thought it would be really cool, like, if we get it done in time, it would be really cool to, like, premiere it, because I know there's, like, a thing on YouTube where you can, like, premiere things, and you basically, like, instead of it just going up, you, like, can watch it live with everybody first. I don't really know how that works.
The premiere.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool. I don't know if, like, we could be, like, on a stream or something while that happens, though. Or maybe I'll... because I don't want to, like, interrupt the pilot's release, so I don't know if I want to stream or do anything, like, well, unless I, like, stream somewhere else. Like, maybe we could stream on, like, Twitch while it goes live and be like, ah. It depends, because it's also... oh, no, I almost outed the day. I almost did it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stop right now.
You ready for the next draw?
Yeah.
We got 20 from Dakota DeBear. In terms of Alistair, how he lived, what horror or slasher film killer do you think he closely resembles? That's an interesting question.
That's an interesting question.
He has like the he definitely has like the sarcasm of like a Freddy.
I'd say probably Freddy's the closest, but not in like story, more in like attitude.
No, yeah, I was just saying
I'm
more in
trying to think
personality.
of, like-
Because he's...
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like...
Because the thing is, the reason why Freddy Krueger has always been like arguably the most popular like horror character ever is because he has such a strong personality. You know?
It's like if you mix Pennywise and Freddy Krueger, I think you kind of get something.
What
like
about,
an
like,
Alistair.
I don't know. I was thinking like Hannibal Lecter. Like he's just super.
Actually,
maybe a
never
little bit of
mind. A little bit,
Sure.
a lot of Hannibal. Like, okay,
'Cause
so
he eats
you know,
people.
if you mixed Hannibal with Freddy Krueger, that's kind of
Yeah.
what he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he has a lot. Like when I was watching the show Hannibal, I was like, this is reminding me of too much of Alistair. It's not really how he acts. Like Alistair obviously is like turned up to 500, you know, in terms of his charisma and like showmaniness. Like he's a radio host, so he's like a southern radio host instead of like being like this really dapper like you know, foreign or I don't know. It depends on which version of Hannibal you pay attention to. But
Yeah.
either one.
He's like, man, Clarice.
Clarice. Because the one in the show is like he's got an accent. I don't know what accent it is, but he's got an accent, and he's like really, 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 really fancy. It's interesting.
There's this amazing there's this amazing outtake from Silence of the Lambs where it's right when Anthony Hopkins is about to kill the guard, you know, that part, and eat him. And right before he does, he opens up his knife, and he just, as he knew it was a blooper, he just started talking in Rocky's voice and went, "All right, Sharon, this is gonna hurt me a whole lot more than it's gonna hurt you." And then, but he's still like blood all around his mouth and stuff. It's great. And then he wanted to know, have I played the Friday the 13th game? Yes. After they finally fixed that thing because it was buggy to hell.
I liked it more when it was buggier, man. Like, by the way, that's the one thing that like I feel like Friday the 13th is better than Dead by Daylight is there's no like proximity voice chat in Dead by Daylight, so you can't like fuck people over by talking the whole game, which you can in Friday the 13th, which is a lot of fun.
That's fun. Also, I got
Yeah.
Tom Jackson wants Vaggie and Charlie as clowns, which I like. I like clowns.
Okay.
Clowns.
Yeah.
I just thought about when I was talking about the anchovies thing. I thought about that episode of Futurama where Fry just wants to get the can of anchovies,
Yeah, I remember that.
and I'm like, that is not a worthy cause.
No.
Those things suck.
I love that the
not
ending, he
that
like shares
bad.
them with everybody and they all like fucking throw it up. They're like, this fucking gross.
Anchovies are good. You guys just don't know what's up.
Nah.
They're salty. They're a little fishy.
They're a little
Good for you.
fishy. Are they good
Full
for you?
salt.
Are
I
they?
probably not. I just was trying to make a case for anchovies. I don't understand why anybody would actually eat anchovies willingly, but like,
you
it's
do.
like, yeah, like my dad forced me to eat
Does every-
anchovies when I was.
Does every like pizza place like are they just required to have anchovies just in case somebody wants them?
Nah, a ton of places don't.
Oh, okay.
A ton of yeah.
Okay. So it's not really a common thing.
I guess like in New England it is, but like I don't know. There's still a lot of pizza places up here that don't. The only reason I know that too is like I said, my dad used to force me to eat anchovies whenever he'd grab pizza, and we'd always like pick a pizza place that never had anchovies, so he wouldn't get fucking anchovies.
Gotcha.
We used to go to a place. We used to go to a place in Louisiana called Mellow Mushroom. I don't know if you've ever been to one of those. And it was straight up exactly what you. It was just like this hipster joint that just did good pizza, and literally like the mascot was just a mushroom holding a pizza, like smoking a joint. And,
Okay.
and we would go there every Wednesday. They would have trivia, which was a lot of fun. We'd go there for that.
Nice.
Yeah. Man, I should get a beer. I'll be right back.
You should get a beer.
Yeah, you do that. Be a positive role model for these children. All right, everybody. Chat question of the day: what is the worst pizza topping? Put that in the chat.
What? What's going on in the chat?
You don't worry about it. You just get drunk.
Oh, that's what I do every day.
That's what you do, Bet.
It's sad because that's actually probably true. Oh.
Just got really.
Yeah. So anyway, what's up, dude? Oh man.
Everybody's so dead because it's September.
Oh, dude. So spider news. I found 3 more in the span of a week and deposited all 3 at work. I'm pretty sure one of the spiders ate the other spider that was making a home over by one of the fermenters. Apparently spiders eat other spiders, which is metal as fuck.
They do.
See, Viv, all we have to do is get more spiders, and you'll never have to worry.
Yeah,
Never worry
just-
about spiders if there's more spiders.
No,
it's like
you just
it's
right.
like Harry's. It's like Dr. Bees. It's like there's an
it's
overabundance of bees in the workplace. My suitcase full of bees should help this.
You just gotta man, just get one spider homie.
No.
One spider homie. That's all you need,
No.
and you need to juice them up. You need to keep on them with.
We're gonna adopt a bro named Tarantula Ted, and he'll just eat all the bad.
Yeah, he's actually just a normal guy that you found on the street that lives in your house and eats spiders.
He literally just it's a full-sized man dressed as a tarantula with a top hat. He just knocks on the door. He just says, "Hey, I'm Ted. I'm here to solve your infestation problem."
And he comes in with a toolbox every time, but he never uses it. He just carries it around.
When he gets in, before he even started working, he's like, "Hey man, can I get a bottle of water? I know it's gonna be a hard shift today." And you're like, "Oh well, I mean, I guess I was gonna offer that to you, but if you're just gonna take it."
Yeah, and he just takes one of Viv's Dasanis, and that's where they're all going.
and I'm really mad about it.
And then and while he sits there drinking his water bottle, he's like, "So, you didn't think to clean up before I came over?"
Oh, he's
And
one
it's
of those dicks.
Yeah, he's one of those people.
It's like one of those dudes that starts
Yes.
cleaning your house for you, and you're like, I was gonna get to it, dude. You know-
Somebody-
I know.
Somebody draw Tarantula Ted with how we've described him as just
Yeah.
like a really rude maintenance worker.
Yeah, draw him fighting Pizza Boy Reviews.
Yeah.
For
Pizza
what?
Boy Reviews earlier said he was gonna make me enjoy, like anchovy pizza or something. So I don't know if that's like a come on or a come off. But I guess we'll
Oh,
find
what
out.
a fucking weird guy.
Don't make fun of my man.
I thought he hated you.
No, listen.
I thought me and did you guys make up?
No, Dan. Every single stream, the bit restarts. You have to-
Oh, sorry, Pizza Boy Reviews. I don't want to get on your bad side. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Oh. I'm going really slow today. I'm really slow. I'm still working on it. I'm almost done though. The clown.
Wow, what a cutie patootie.
Madison Russo says garlic is the worst pizza topping ever.
What?
Garlic on pizza doesn't sound that good, to be fair.
What are you talking? Wait, no, garlic belongs on pizza. Who doesn't?
I think I was thinking like whole cloves of garlic. Like,
Oh, no, that's fucked up. But a little bit
Yeah.
of, like mixed in with the parmesan, little more parmesan.
that'd be
little
okay,
sauce.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But like little like full cloves, I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah. Okay.
like feed that shit to a vampire.
I wouldn't put full cloves of garlic on it. Nope, that's a lie. I've done it with steak before. If you like cut a slit in the steak and put cloves of garlic inside the steak and then grill them and take them out,
I just want to let you all know that Viv is the kind of person to put ketchup on steak and take that as how you will.
Oh my god,
I do that.
Oh, do you eat it well done too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah! Get out!
What's wrong with a well done steak? Come on.
Everything.
I don't like
It's-
blood.
yeah,
I don't like
it's-
eating blood. That's gross.
Then
It's like
don't eat
eating
steak.
rubber cancer.
all the
No.
flavor of a steak comes from like the blood and it being
No.
undercooked.
That's gross.
Yeah.
No.
You just
don't
eat like
like
roast beef or like hamburgers or something.
That's what I do most of the time. So
All right, fine. I can't fault you on that.
kitten kisses.
Viv
donated
likes her.
20.
Viv likes her. Hold on. I gotta get to one because they were from
okay.
last time. So.
Okay.
For Dead Teenez. I'm sorry, not Dead. Yeah, Dead Teenez. Hey, Viv and Dave. I had some stuff from the last stream I didn't get into. Could I get Chibi Charlie throwing a yam at Dave,
Okay.
and Drag Angel smashing a yam? And
I can
they
do
had a question.
one of the two. Let's do
They had a
drag
they
angel
had a-
smashing a yam. I like
They had a
that.
question. Will we be doing streams after the premiere?
Yeah, I plan on streaming, from now on. Hazbin isn't the only project in the works. There's still the other cartoon coming out after that, called Hell of a Boss. I'm doing a new cartoon, and then, I don't know, there should be more cartoons on the horizon. So, I mean, I'm always gonna be working on something. Like I cannot stop. It's like a problem, and but streams, like, I do want to start to make the streams more evolved. Like I do want to do more of like the voice actory stuff. The problem is like I need to organize those better and schedule them with the actors, so it's hard to like kind of have them be on like a certain day because the actors might not always be free that day or whatever. Like, it takes a lot more planning. And then also I would love to do some streams where I'm just working on like an art, like the whole time, like just one drawing or like one art, and then like people, like, if you want to donate you can, or if you just want, like, if you want to donate for questions you can, but it won't be like this where it's like me drawing requests. It'll be like I'm drawing something that I want to draw, and then people can like ask questions, and you know what I mean, like it's a little bit more of like a regular stream, I guess.
Yeah.
So I want to be doing a lot more streaming. I'm just right now the only things I can really manage on these Monday ones. So
Here.
yeah, but yes,
Yeah.
the answer is yes. Like, I will continue to stream. Always.
Yeah, dude, we gotta
Corporate commander says, "Well done steaks are a capital sin." Thank you, commander. I agree.
Well, you know what?
I'm gonna have to agree with him on that too. But here's the thing: if you don't like Viv, if you don't go to a restaurant and order a steak usually, then I'm fine with that. If like
No.
steaks aren't your food, that's fine. But if it's like you're at home and your mom's like, I made steaks, and it's like, all right, make mine well done, then I support you on that.
I very rarely ordered a steak at a restaurant, so
It's wrong, but that's okay.
It's wrong, okay.
It's totally wrong.
You know what? It all like just I'm the one eating it, so.
What about like medium well done? Like, could you?
I do. Okay, no, maybe I do medium well. That's what I do.
Let me make you a steak. Let me and Dave make you a steak because I know Dave knows how to cook really well.
Hell yeah, I can cut you.
I do usually order medium well. I forgot that was the thing.
Yeah, don't let him mean anywhere near it because he's gonna throw some Middle Eastern spices and I don't know how to pronounce them. And then
the best way to be in Hazbin, everybody, is that if you eat well done steaks, you're going to hell.
Thanks. No, I guess I'd be going to hell for my eating habits. So.
Viv, what if there ends up being a hell and you go there and your punishment is just to forever be tortured by the characters you created?
Oh, that would suck. But it'd also be kind of funny.
Reviews is there. He keeps asking where Dave is.
Pizza Boy Reviews should voice Satan.
No.
And all Satan does is just like, this pizza is like a solid 4 out of 10. Anyway, back to slitting the throats of the innocent.
Oh, who's making corned beef?
Oh, I'm really hungry.
Oh, I love
dude, me
as
too.
per usual, I also have not eaten before this stream. It's just becoming like the norm.
Yeah, same.
But we just expect it.
I've had 4 beers today, and I haven't eaten since yesterday. Which I'm sure is really not good for my body.
No, that's terrible for your body.
But like everybody at work is always like, well, time for liquid lunch. And I'm like, well, I guess if you guys are, I guess I'm going to.
I guess that's fair.
Here's a good question to ask the chat while we're in the middle. What do you picture hell would be like if hell, actually you went there? Like, what would be...
It does exist.
I guess, like, what...
It exists, Dave. I've been there.
I know. It's called Living with Me.
No, I love there was this one video. I wanted to do, like, a react video to it, but never did. There's this one dude that, like, made a video where it was called, like Hazbin Hotel. It was like a religious kid who was complaining about Hazbin. And their biggest, like, takeaway issue was they were like, the daughter of the there's no factual evidence of there being a daughter of Lucifer or whatever. And I was like, yeah, there's no factual evidence. There's no factual evidence. Really?
But the gay talking spider, that's written in mythology. Let me tell you.
Yeah, there's so like I was just like, yeah, okay. There's total factual evidence that hell is a real thing. Like, okay, buddy. I got the mythology wrong. There is no daughter of Lucifer. Like, okay, all right, dude. I can do another drawing request also.
Let's do it. Let's do
a neuther.
Tom Jackson. Could you draw? Oh no, you already did the clowns. Is that
I did
right?
the clowns. Yes.
Okay, so then we did that. Let's do then. Okay, Otta Gamer Corin. Hi there. Since it's getting colder out, could we see Sir Pen in a dorky hat and scarf?
Oh,
Snake Boy needs his warmth. Also, will we see any references to like more famous demons like Beelzebub in the show?
Yeah, Beelzebub
yes.
is one of the characters, though. Some of the like more like hell theological characters I'm trying to work them in organically without them being something that's like super distracting, because this hell does have its own rules. Like, it has its own rules and it has its own hierarchy of like characters, and I wanted most of the story to be about the characters that kind of like were human, because then there's a lot of growth there. So like Charlie and the royal family are kind of the main focus on the demon side. And Lucifer is Lucifer, because we're going off the theology that Lucifer, Satan, and Beelzebub are all three different characters. And
Yes,
normally everyone associates them all with the same entity, where in a lot of theologies they're actually separate. Lucifer is the sin of pride. Beelzebub is, I think he's envy. I could be wrong. He's kind of one I forget about a lot. So he's either envy or gluttony. I don't know. He's not gluttony. Asmodeus is gluttony. I think he's envy. Possibly. I could be wrong. But Satan is definitely wrath. So like we're kind of going off that theology where Satan is wrath, Lucifer is pride, and pride is the ultimate. So Lucifer is the top of the food chain in terms of the sins, but the other sins kind of have some power as well. So it's just a matter of like working them into the story. They have a place, but I don't really know how like developed those ones are. Unless like, you know, the show ends up getting picked up and we have like a bazillion seasons. Then obviously one season will probably be about them.
We have a whole outlined and written idea of like the hierarchy and stuff already. So.
Yeah, like most of what I've been developing are the hierarchy of like the demons in hell, which are like, you know, like the Alisters of hell. The ones who did die but have like gained power and kind of rivaled the hierarchy, like the natural like royalty of hell. But the royalty of hell is always kind of a layer above, because they are demons inherently, you know, so they've obviously got some kind of like different, you know, rule set. But all of it's being thought about, which is fun, because I know the like sins and like the hierarchies of hell have definitely been explored in other media, like a lot of other media, but not really so much in the animated space. Like in the animated space, unless they're probably done more in anime, because I know there's a lot of anime that's about like hell and stuff, but I would not know. I haven't seen it. I just know there's a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if like something out there has been animated involving them, but for the most part, in terms of like most hell related Western shows, it's not very often depicted, and I kind of wanted to change that.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Blue Dust asks, can you teach me to drive? Yes, absolutely. So first you need to acquire a vehicle. Put your keys into the vehicle, turn them, put your foot on the gas pedal, and before you know it, you'll be driving. Now, how long you'll be driving with just that information? About 3 seconds, but you'll be driving. So good luck, my friend.
Just keep your foot on the pedal and keep going. And keep going.
Master In says, have more European monies. I am very amused.
Thank you,
Master In.
I'm glad that you're amused.
I'm going to call you Captain In the Game Master, just for the rest of the stream.
The Game Master.
Captain Italy, is Alistair afraid of Lucifer? No.
He's not afraid of him, no. I don't know, really. I obviously we can't get into it either way, but I actually am still kind of figuring out what their, like, take on each other is.
They have, I would say, kind of from what we have, they do have respect for each other.
They
but
have
Alistair
like a respect,
not, but Alistair is
like
in no way. He's in no way intimidated by him, and hopefully you'll be able to see why that is. So, yeah,
I feel like there's a respect thing going on, but whether or not that translates to like or you know, and there's definitely no intimidation, even though Lucifer is like a very formidable character. He doesn't always present that way.
Samantha Cobb says, I just lost the game.
I get it.
That was huge in like middle school for everybody.
I
who's like, the game. Like,
I still like think about it sometimes, and I'm like, huh, that was a thing.
Yeah. Do you remember when the game ended?
Did it end?
When did the game officially end?
It ended at first because of Rule 34. because Rule 34 is that if it exists, there's a porn of it. And there was no porn of the game. Therefore, the game did not exist. Therefore,
Oh.
That's clever.
but guess what? Somebody made a porn of the game, and now it's back on.
But how did they make a porn of the game?
I'll send you a picture.
Okay.
It's literally like a divide by zero situation.
Yeah. Oh God, I shouldn't have typed that in.
The game porn.
I like how every single stream ends up with you or Monica just searching up some weird fucking Rule 34 thing.
That's like what we do the best, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're quite adept at it.
Dan's motto is Pabst Blue Ribbon and Rule 30.
I like Pabst, man. It's an easy going beer. Everybody gives me shit about it. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're a hipster," and I'm like, "I don't care."
Is it a hipster thing or is it a redneck thing? I thought it was a redneck.
It's a fucking white trash thing.
Dude, no, Pabst was for sure a hipster thing.
Was it?
Back me up, chat. Back me up, chat. Yeah, because okay, Pabst is. I'm gonna give you a quick history because I know this. Pabst was one of the only independent breweries that wasn't owned by Anheuser-Busch or whatever like conglomerate it is now.
Okay.
And it was going under. Nobody was drinking it until a bunch of hipsters from Portland started drinking it like crazy because fuck the system. So then Pabst officially became like the hipster beer to drink. And it's also cheap. So it's like, you know, like you can get a tall, like a 24 ouncer of Pabst for like a couple bucks and get drunk and happy.
That's true.
All
right.
Yeah.
Fair. What's another request?
I know my subcultures.
It's another drawing request.
We have one from Dakota the Bear. $50. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
They would like Alistair drawn in a straitjacket like Hannibal Lecter. That's interesting.
I can try that.
Also, did you know the Necronomicon is a cursed book under the guard and protected in the Vatican? Yes, it's also a book that's hidden in a cabin in the woods. And if you find it, the woods will come alive.
Wait, the Necronomicon's a real book?
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
That's like the edgy book.
It's the Book of the Dead. It's the Evil Dead book.
No, yeah, no, I know it's like from the movie, but is it like an actual like?
It is an actual.
Yeah,
book,
it actually
Like
it is actual. Oh, since you're drawing, can I geek out about something for a second?
Sure.
Yes.
So on Saturday nights, everybody, I got the chance to go to an event in Burbank where they had almost all of the original Evil Dead trilogy film props that I got to go see.
Dang.
And like all the like Evil Ed and Linda's head, like Ash's original boomstick, the shirts, like the Army of Darkness helmets. I was like a little kid in a candy store. I was freaking out, and it was so cool. I posted all the pictures on my Twitter of all the props, but man, it was so cool. Literally the only thing they didn't have, they even had like the deer head from Evil Dead 2. The only thing they didn't have was like the original chainsaw, because I think that's just hanging in Bruce Campbell's house. But it was so fucking cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's it. That's me geeking out for the day.
Where was that at?
It's in the Mystic Museum in Burbank. When you come up here, Dan, we'll have to go see it because I think.
Yeah,
it's open
dude,
for a
I'd
little
love
bit.
to.
Yeah,
That'd be cool, man. That's a good weekend. I had a weird weekend, dude. I had a really like kind of messed up weird. Well, it wasn't messed up. It was fun. It was a good time.
I don't actually know.
Me and my I found out. You know Joey. Yeah, you know Joey.
Yeah, we know
Joey was. He's telling me all about Goth Night at in New York City. He's like, dude, you got to go to Goth Night. And I found out that there's a bar in my city that does Goth Night. So I hit up my buddy Nico and I'm like, yo, we got to go to Goth Night, man. And he's like, I'm there. So we get dressed up in like black clothes and we go to this bar called Partners, only to find out that it's an extremely gay bar. We walked in and like a bunch of dudes with like leather straps and like chaps on.
Oh, so it wasn't even just a goth night. It was like kind of a BDSM thing.
Yeah, it was like a BDSM night.
Oh,
There's
no.
dudes in ball gags.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
And then like I was like,
that, like that. Yeah, goth culture has kind of become synonymous with the BDSM culture in some ways, like right now. So yeah, especially if it's a gay club, like that's yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, like, okay, I should have knew it, but the name of the bar was Partners, and I was just like, oh, that's a cute. I was like, that's a cute name for a bar. But it was so funny because like me and Nico walked in and we're all wearing our like leather jackets and our boots and we're looking all like cool and shit. And we walk in and everybody sitting at the bar turned around and looked at us. And I was like, oh, I think we're at the wrong place. And one of the guys looked over and went, no, I think you're at the right place. And I was like, all right, guess we got to stay for a beer.
That's great.
Yeah, it was awesome though. Gays know how to party, man.
Exactly. Let's see. We got. I finished the Straight Jacket one. Do we have another one?
Yeah, we got another.
Okay. What is it?
$20 from Allison Kroon. Hey Viv, how would Alistair and the rest of the cast react to someone like my host Clover, who's a very shy rabbit and is known to be a crybaby?
I mean, Charlie would be very kind. Charlie would be very welcoming and kind. Vaggie would probably be pretty understanding. All the rest of the characters would be awful. So I'm not gonna say yeah. All the other characters are like they smell weakness. It's like blood in the water. They're gonna be like, oh, this character is shy and they cry a lot. Let's go. It's on.
Draw Jesse would like, hey Viv, would you mind drawing Alistair in a fall outfit since we're about to hit the fall?
Oh, a fall, like a sweater. I can draw him in a
sweater with pumpkins.
He's in the David S. Pumpkins outfit. He'd actually wear that. Alistair would.
I have it. Well, I have it at home.
I feel like that's like the one thing that like Alistair and Angel would both wear, and Angel would be like, "No, we can't both be wearing this."
There's a bit of a celebrity in the chat.
Ooh.
Josh Chambers just rolled up.
Oh, hi.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Chambers.
I think Josh is like one of the most perfect human beings that ever existed. Just want to say that now. Like one of the most kind, gentle, amazing people that's ever lived in this world.
Oh, that is nice.
He's a really good guy. But no more than that.
No more than that. That's it. That's the only compliment he got. It's a good compliment, though. I've drawn this motherfucker so much.
Since you told a gay bar story.
Oh yeah, dude.
So everybody, back in Louisiana, where I'm from, Baton Rouge, there is a bar called Splash, right? And this bar called Splash, it was a gay bar. My friend Seth asked me to go with him, and I was like, sure, why not? And because this was back in like high school, right? He's like, hey, you want to go to Splash? And I was like, why would we go to Splash? And he's like, it's fun. And I'm like, okay, we got nothing else to do. The reason I'm acting so awkward is not because it's a gay bar. I didn't even know this was a bar. Also in Baton Rouge, there is a pool supply store called Splash. And it's very close to my house. So when he's like, let's go to Splash, and I'm like, I guess we can go look at like chlorine, and like they had like cool hot tubs. And
that's
they sold.
You actually thought that your friend was inviting you to go to a pool.
Yeah, because they also sold like really cool Christmas decorations during the holidays, and I thought it was like he just wanted something to do, and I'm like, all right, I guess we'll go to the pool and Christmas supply store.
Look at some Christmas supplies.
And then we ended up going to the gay bar, and I was like, oh, this is not where the chlorine is.
No.
But it was really fun. It was really fun. But it was just funny, like when I told him
Gamers
that,
are,
he's like,
legitimately fun. Like, I like them
but
way more than actual, like, clubs.
when I told him, like I thought we were going to the pool supply store, he was like, all right, this is what we need to do next time. We need to dress up in the gayest outfits possible and go to the pool supply store. And I'm like, yes.
You'd be like, oh, we went to the wrong spot.
Yeah, and then we also then have to do the opposite and go back to the gay bar dressed in like pool salesman and technician outfits. Like we're here to fix the hot tub.
Man, gay bars are awesome though.
They are.
Dude, they're like I don't.
They're like
it's
actually
weird.
fun. Like
yeah, they're
I mean,
fun.
Then again, like since I'm a woman, like I can actually like dance and stuff there and like not be worried about anything for the most part.
Yeah,
for the most
weird
part.
creep.
I mean, there's always something, but you know, like it's a lot less of a thing for us.
There's a lot of drugs at gay bars.
It's because
this wasn't this wasn't my first like I've been to 2 other gay bars before. One in New York City called the Manhole, and
it's a great
sorry,
name.
the name always Chris.
It's just so fitting. That's just the perfect name.
The other one was called. The other one was called the Swallow, and it had a bird on the side.
Oh, that's pretty clever too.
Yeah. Oh man, but it was so much fun, and drinks were so cheap. That's what got me. I was like, all right, I'm here to party. But anytime you go into the bathroom, there was always a guy that's like, hey, you looking for Coke, Molly, shrooms, doses? It's like, no, sir, but thank you.
Oh yeah, Dave, I started to read someone's donation,
No,
and then
they're
you
next.
Yeah, what was their original donation? Do you have it?
It is, yeah, it's
Okay, cool.
the Kitten Kisses.
Thank
They
you.
wanted I love drawing, but I struggle with conveying different emotions with Alistair since he's always smiling. Any tells for when he's sad or irritated? And can you draw they want a grumpy owl holding a mug of coffee.
I can do that. So this is kind of how I gauge, like, the challenge with Alistair is that, yeah, like, since he's smiling, you kind of have to do a lot more with his eyes to kind of convey how he's feeling, and also his smile can kind of, like, look different, so I'm going to do, like, a few, like, this smile is kind of like his default, you know, it's, like, the really wide one, it's, like, the really sharp one, so, like, this one, like, to me is, like, a really easy one where, like, we're trying to make him look like evil or like really manic. Like it's again, it's all in the eyes, because like it's like the same mouth basically, but like the entire personality of it changes just with the eyes. So like, you know, stuff like that. And then like for me, when I want to draw him like more upset, it's usually like doing the mouth like a little bit more like fancy, like this is still a smile, but like it kind of comes off a little bit more sly and stuff like that, or like adding like the kind of like gum ripples can help like kind of sell a different kind of emotion on him. So
what about the eyebrows? Anything to do with the eyebrows?
Yeah, the eyebrows too. like this one's a little bit more of like a menacing kind of like upset face. Like, but he's still smiling, you know. So it's literally just like playing around with like the type of smile in his eyes. Like his eyes are like really crucial to what his actual emotions are. Like whenever I'm like drawing him like kind of like grossed out or disgusted, I kind of do like this one, like where his eyes get like really thin and his eyebrows kind of raise, and then the smile is kind of like weird like that too, like with the like he's just kind of like, okay, no, you know, like that.
I like that face a lot.
Yeah, like that's kind of like how I draw him like really upset. Like I did one that was, I don't think I can replicate it without looking at it, but like I've drawn one face that's like his epitome of like, I don't like this face, and it's like something like this. But yeah, like
That's his directly after poop phase too.
There you go.
No, that's during poop, dude.
No, that's the second it comes out that you hit that.
God damn it.
When you're so disappointed in yourself.
That's that man. I just hit the biggest fucking weed phase.
Big weed.
What if Alistair smoked weed? That's the videos that they should be making.
What if Alistair smoked weed? But yeah, that's the that's a little bit of a crash course on how to like kind of emote him a little bit more. So let's see.
Deep fried spaghetti asks, Vaggie seems to be the most human looking demon within the cast. Why is that?
I mean, it really depends on like the characters, but I feel like Vaggie is one of the most human in terms of her emotional state and her problems. Like a lot of her problems are very like real world, and I feel like it kind of manifested in more of a human looking design. Like I don't know. She always felt like a character that would be conveyed better, a little bit more humanoid, especially since the more humanoid a character is, the more most people can kind of relate to them. So if the problems are a little bit more like her problems are a lot to do with like mental health and like you know, like inner darkness and stuff, and I feel like that's something that might be a little bit easier for an audience to understand if she kind of resembles human a little bit more because it's such a human condition. But you know, there's also other characters like Angel, for example, has some pretty like intense stuff behind him, but I feel like it's a little bit easier to grasp without it being like a human element. Like it's kind of something that's kind of universal with what he has going on. So I think it didn't matter as much like what he looked like. Plus, like part of him is about like self-image and stuff. So I liked the idea that Angel was a character that is so inhuman and is so like basically my mindset with Angel was I want to make a sexy, not sexy thing. Like he's not sexy at all, but he's sexy, and that's like the fun of him. So with Vaggie, it's like the opposite, where like she kind of needs to be more readable as human for like I think her story to be more impactful.
Yeah, I think Vaggie's like probably like the straight man.
Yeah, and she's also like the straight man. So if she like looks like some goofy thing, it would be a little bit harder to take her seriously, I think. She also has one of the funniest names, which I think like kind of I mean like her name is so stupid, but she looks so normal, and I think that's kind of a charm to it too. It's also a nickname. Like I don't think it's her real name anymore, but
the subscriber asks, "Do you have to donate to be noticed?" No. Next question.
Wow.
This is actually a really good one that I think would be fun to answer. See, listen, learn. Hey, if Charlie is the Princess of Hell, why isn't she shown more respect? Does the label not matter? That label doesn't matter to anybody. That's the whole joke. The whole joke is that you're literally surrounded by everybody who's a huge asshole, so no one gives a shit about her title. And it's like, this is the person who's supposed to be in charge of us? Where else are we going to go? Who cares if we don't listen to her? And that's kind of the joke. It's like the whole aesthetic of like, if there was a Disney princess in hell, nobody would take her seriously.
Yeah, like that's the whole point, is that like they're, you know, the royals in hell, like they should be respected, like in theory, but like they're not, because it's like, yeah, it's like dude, like this is you're ruling a world full of assholes. None of them are actually gonna respect authority. You know, a lot of them probably didn't respect authority in life. Like it, you know, it's just not like she's just, and she's not intimidating. Like if she was more intimidating, if the royal family was more intimidating, they'd probably be much more like respected or liked. But you know, there's not as much of that. So there's a lot of, you know, people that are just like, you know, fuck them.
Hooded Rare says, "Notice me, Dave." No. Let's see, what's next?
But you just did!
That's boy,
joke.
you figured it out. Dakota Bear, $10. Do these streams have a hashtag we can use? Should probably make one.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think of that because, like, so far they haven't really garnered much.
You could just do it. Hashtag Viv. You could probably just do hashtag VivStream.
Vivzie, right? You could do Vivzie Stream, like the way I title it all stupid.
Yeah,
because I have to title everything stupid. Everything has to, like, Hazbin and Hell of a Boss both were working titles that I was just like, you know what? Let's make it a Z. Let's make it a Z.
Yeah.
But it just became so recognizable. So like I can't fault myself because it works. But I have stupid naming conventions.
If you want to tweet jokes or art or anything you do from the streams, do hashtag Vivzie Stream and also make sure you add hashtag yams.
There we go, yams.
Hashtag clowns up, hose down.
I love clowns. I think my appreciation for clowns has gone way up. Like I don't know. I never really cared about clowns, and now I really like clowns, and I'm like, huh.
Did you check out that music video I sent you?
Not yet. No, I haven't watched anything.
Dude.
I've been watching fucking commentary bullshit videos because I have run out of things to I started resorting to review videos, which that's how I found the one that I showed you in Monica. It's just because when I have nothing, when I have absolutely nothing, I'll type in a movie or a show or something, and I'll just type in that and then review. And
that was torture,
and it is the worst. I don't know why I do that to myself. I don't know why, because it's never good. And anyone who knows me knows that I don't even.
Of torture.
Yeah, I don't even really like hearing opinions anymore. But I just run out. I just run out and I go, you know what? I just want to hear someone talk about this thing for a little while, even if it's fucking pain to listen to, which 80% of the time it is. I don't know. I'm somewhat media masochistic, I guess, because I'll also sometimes when I have absolutely nothing and I'm out of music or I'm out of things to watch and I'm just at a loss, I'll watch the worst adult animated shows ever. I'll just rewatch, I'll rewatch the good ones. So I'll rewatch Futurama and South Park and all that. And then I'll be well, I'm out of the good ones, so I guess I gotta go to the bad ones, and I'll do Brickleberry and fucking Family Guy. And I'm sitting here going why am I doing this to myself? Why?
Listen, you're forgetting the best one of all, Little Bush.
I have not watched Little Bush. I think that one's too far for me. It's so absolutely nothing that I can't.
Listen, we're gonna take care of terrorism. Now watch this drive. The perfect video.
I can't do Alan Gregory. That's another one I just can't do. I'm just
$50 from Dead Teenez. Can I get Vaggie upset with a well done steak? Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. $5 from Captain Italy. Don't know if this has been asked, but is there any specifically Lovecraftian style character in the show?
Oh my god, I'm so excited. They're actually the characters that so there definitely are Lovecraftian characters. They are and this isn't really a spoiler because the moment they come in it's gonna be obvious, and they're kind of already hinted in it a little bit, so I won't go into detail about their relationship to the main characters so much, but they basically I've always liked the idea that Lovecraftian lore, because Lovecraftian lore is a little bit more new. It's more sci-fi. It came about during the 20s, so it's not as ancient. So I felt these characters should really contrast the more ancient stuff that's portrayed in the show, because there's a lot of when people talk about Eldritch, usually when they say Eldritch, it makes me think of Lovecraftian, because I think that's kind of where that was coined. So the demons in Hazbin are the royal family and stuff. They're much more based on really ancient biblical, really archaic stuff. Their power comes from I guess more archaic origins, whereas Lovecraftian,
it's old money versus new money.
Yes, exactly.
Have you ever
it's old money versus new money. So So the Lovecraftian characters are definitely like they're a rich family. They're a rich family that like basically they have so much money and power and prestige that they're basically royals. So they kind of like have a simple, or they kind of have like, you know, it's like Queen Elizabeth's, like all the rich aristocrats like who, you know, go to her parties and shit. Like it's like they're not part of the royals, but they're in with the royals. Like that's kind of how the Eldritches are in the Hazbin universe. And I am really excited because I really like them. I think they're really fun. I kind of have them figured out. The only problem is because they are so detached from like the main lore of like the Hazbin universe, they're kind of more just recurring fun characters that will enrich like the royals' relation, you know, like Charlie's story and stuff like that, but they don't totally have like an arc or narrative in the main story of Hazbin. But if it's like one of those things where in a perfect world, if, you know, the show got made and we got a few seasons, if we got enough, it would be like its own season, its own story. Because I would love to like make a story with like Eldritch stuff and like get really into Lovecraftian lore and try and fix it into the Hazbin lore a little bit more. But I definitely want them in the show, without a doubt. I really like those characters.
This is kind of like it's on topic as far as royal family goes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen the Danish royal family portrait?
No.
No.
It's like the weirdest fucking thing in the world. I'm posting it in our chat right now. It's like really ominous and creepy looking. There's like kids playing built like Legos and like a bunch of old people, and then there's just like this one toddler like dead center. Like if people in the chat look up Danish royal portrait, it'll probably come right up on Google. It's just really weird.
Angel Dust asks, got a question, and what is Lilith's personality? Like, how does she act? Does she act like a goofball like her husband? I want to answer this question, but we can't.
I cannot talk about Lilith at all. I'm so sorry.
Here's the thing, and it's the thing where you don't want us to tell you.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Like I said, like I've said a few times, like some of the really best parts of the story come with like the royal family side of it, and well, obviously because Charlie's the main character, so that's kind of it's not even like we're keeping it. It's like her story is the most, you know, full.
You got one more month to wait, folks, and then all your questions will be answered.
Well, I don't. Was that a joke?
Well, all the questions about what happens in the pilot.
Oh, in the pilot, yes. Well, in the pilot, yeah, but
you'll have 30 minutes of answered questions.
You'll have 30 minutes of knowing like where more context of the show and the world, and
yeah,
even more questions about where it goes from there. Let's see.
By the way, for those who are who just come in, we're in the final stages. I mean, we're in the final comp stage of Hazbin for next month.
Yes.
And oh my god, like, it looks so fucking good. Like,
you
guys are gonna be happy.
Yeah. Like I can't believe some of the stuff that's being done. You know, there's obviously some parts that you know, like were rougher early on and we didn't get to go back and fix, but like when it hit its stride, like this it looks great. I'm incredibly proud of the entire team. It's an for an indie project, it's an impressive thing. And I'm not just saying that, because I would think that regardless. But I think that regardless.
It really is crazy what you've accomplished, like working with all of us. Just because like nobody else has done a independent 30-minute project of this scale before for free, like giving it out for free. Like,
yeah, and without a Kickstarter or anything. So that's why, like, and again, like, thank you guys so much, everyone who's been donating to this stream and the past streams and buying the merch. Like, it's possible because of that. It's possible. Yeah. Future stuff is possible. Comics are possible. Future cartoons are possible. It's all possible because of you guys. And
It's the reason that this thing would never have to be behind some kind of paywall or something, that literally when it comes out, everybody will get to see it for free.
Yeah,
And that's what
everyone
we
will get
want.
it for free, and it's a feat in itself. Like it's you know, if anyone is interested in making this for real, it's gonna be because of this. It's gonna be because of you guys. Because like if when it comes out, we show anyone interested that there is a market for this and that people want it and people are excited for it and they're willing to back it, and I mean that's where its future will really come. And I'm very confident because you guys have just shown so much so far. And you know, I know obviously nothing's guaranteed, you know, because like, you know, we could release it and you guys could hate it, but I really don't think so. If you guys have been liking what we've been releasing so far, we have even cooler stuff that we still haven't shown you, and you know, everything contextualized. I feel like we'll just it'll answer some questions, but also raise so many that I'm very confident that it'll be something that is worth the wait and that you guys enjoy. If you enjoy it right now, like if you enjoy it right now, I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you don't like it right now, hopefully you'll change your mind.
Yeah, well. All right, next, Nada L would like Rosie dancing with a parasol.
Okay.
Okay.
I wonder how many people are hate watching right now.
Oh, there's probably a few.
Yeah. Probably a few.
There's always
Go back to
gonna be
DeviantArt. You're not gonna get us this time.
There's always like one or two like people I recognize only because they would pop up so often, and I just kind of recognize their usernames, and they're like the type that like hate watch everything and like hate every single art and every single character design I ever make, which is like fine. Like, by the way, that's fine. You can not like it, like especially things like character design are incredibly subjective. So like, you know, you can go, man, this character design sucks, and someone else could be like, I love this. This is my favorite design ever, and I know because it's happened with me. Like, I'll be like, I love this design, and people are like, eh, you know what I mean? With like other media. But like, it's just funny because I'm like, they're always there, and I'm like, if you hate it this much, like, why are you watching? Like I know that's kind of like a dumb like cop out of like, oh well, just don't like it, don't watch. But like, it's true. I don't like certain shows. I don't watch them.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't
like,
waste
honestly,
my time watching
honestly,
it.
I'm sorry. I'm the same way where it's like, if I just don't like something, I see it, I never watch it again or talk about it. I'm just gonna say it. If you're the kind of person who like watches something just to hate it, you're a fucking loser. Like,
I mean, yeah.
like for real. Like, imagine like how many other things you could be doing with your life instead of watching something.
No, you know what? You're right. I for a second I was like, man, that's kind of hard. So I'm like, wait a minute. No, you're right. You know, like how much media is out there right now, like constantly. There are things out there that I bet I would be like my favorite thing, and I don't know about them. You know, like there's so much out there that will be your favorite fucking thing, and it'll be exactly what you want. Why are you wasting your time with something that you barely like? And you know what? You know what though? It's that they do like it. They're like there is a reason that you keep coming back. Like you stop. Just accept it or shut up. Like, just figure it out, man. Figure out your shit.
Well, my favorite thing is like criticism is completely understandable, and like you need to have like criticism to make anything, like to get better at anything. But when like somebody is like criticizing and you look at their shit and it's just like,
that's my biggest thing. Like, my biggest thing is like
Sonic levels of OCR, and you're just like, all right, buddy.
That's
like,
my main thing. Is
I see you went to art school for 4 years and got a fucking PhD.
Nothing like seeing an anime profile picture tell me how to live my life.
Yeah, like it's really funny. Like I've seen some people who do that, who get really critical of my work, which again, it's fine. Like it's a valid thing. I'm in no way perfect. I make mistakes constantly. Like I'm trying to always learn from them and stuff, and sometimes I don't see things, and sometimes like when people point them out, I'm like, oh shit, you're right. And even some things that are a little bit more subjective, like story things and stuff, like there's always criticism or feedback that can be helpful in any facet of production, whether it be something technical or something story related or character related. I pay attention to, because I care about the impact my characters have. I care about how I portray them, and I try really hard to put as much thought as physically possible into the characters. And obviously, you know, and one thing that does drive me up the wall is when people judge things the way they are at the beginning of story when it comes to story stuff. Like, I'll see people go, man, I hate, you know, that Angel is like this really sexualized character, like that's and I'm like, yeah, but it's almost like the arc that might be planned is that it has to do with that, and he has to start in a certain place because the story can't start at the end of his arc. I'm sorry. Yeah. You know, like, there's certain types of criticism where I'm like, okay guys, well, part of it is yes, part of it is valid, and part of it is, well, there wouldn't be a story if this wasn't the case with the characters. And I think there is an element of,
yeah, if they don't grow or change or anything, like, then yeah, I would totally be like, that is completely valid. And again, it's kind of understandable because, like, they don't know the whole story yet.
Yes, exactly. So it's
but at the same time, it's like, come on, give us a little bit of a break.
Yeah, it's one of those things where nobody knows the story, so there's obviously going to be, you know, questions and all that. But I don't really like the idea of judging a character's portrayal literally when they have not even begun their arc of a story. I understand, like, let's say you have a season. At the end of the season, it's like, oh, I hated the way this character's arc went. That, I get that. But at the beginning of the story, it's like you don't know where that arc is going yet. You don't really know what the plan is yet. And that always gets a little frustrating for me because it's not like I can come out and say it. I can't go, oh, well, you know, this is where this is going, what's gonna happen, you know, because sorry, it's like, you know, so things like that kind of have me, like, kind of not frustrated or angry or anything, but I just feel at a loss because I'm like, I want to explain to you why this is the choices I made, but I can't do it yet, and I'm really sorry, I can't, you know. And so you know, there's like things like that get like kind of stressful, but none of it ever like makes me change the story.
Yeah.
But like you can always like learn, like, oh, you know what, maybe this portrayal would be better like this, or maybe I should put more thought into this or whatever.
I mean, like, you remember like when we were writing, there was a ton of shit that like all of us like disagreed on, like as far as like story jokes go. Yes. You know, and it's like if we all just like agreed with Viv in her vision like 100% completely, then she wouldn't need us. The whole entire story would have been written by her and herself. Mm-hmm. But like, you need a little bit of conjecture to flesh something out. And I think like, because I've seen that before, just people being like, kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Just I don't want to give anything away. Never mind. I'm just gonna shut my mouth. Yeah. But no, like,
but like, I appreciate, I guess, long story short though, I appreciate anyone who like gives any kind of criticism because they genuinely want something to be better and they really love it and they want something, you know, that you really love something, but you have objective opinions, or not objective opinions, because there's no such thing, objective feedback that can, like, on either on a technical level or on, you know, more of an emotional level, or just something that you genuinely feel would, you know, make the project or you know, make it stronger, or you think, you know, that should be brought to light. Like, I really appreciate anyone who goes in with that mentality. If you go in with the mentality of, oh, I could do it better, or you know, this is stupid, I don't like this is how I would fix it, just fucking go make your own shit.
Just make your own cartoon, dude.
Like, come on. Like, that's the sort of thing that I see it and I completely eye roll and I do not take it seriously, because I'm like, look, you don't know me, you don't know my world, and especially at this stage, it's like nobody knows it yet, so it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
The way to sum it up for everybody, guys, if you ever want criticism or to give criticism, the following two things are not criticism: saying this is great or this sucks. Yes. Both sides of that, neither of those are criticisms.
Yeah.
Criticism is something that the person who created can actually look at and be like, okay, I can use this to improve myself, instead of being like, oh, they love me or oh, they hate me.
Yeah, exactly.
Neither that's gonna help.
Yeah, because like like blind loving everything. Also, like it's fine. Like there are certain things that I mean, like let's take Zim for example. Like I adored the movie. I still had opinions about it. I still had like story notes. I still had like things that I would have loved to have seen. But that didn't make me. One, I didn't really feel the need to like go online and post a big, huge like spiel about it. Like I didn't
a video essay.
I didn't need to do a video essay or anything. Like I can have I have those thoughts, and in my opinion, some of them might have made the movie on like a story narrative thing a bit stronger. But like first of all, it doesn't matter. It's already made. And second, it didn't make it any less enjoyable. So I just kind of sit there going, you know what? That was so fun. I felt good. I loved it. So I'm guilty of like kind of blindly loving things, but you can always be critical and still love something and still accept what it was and all that. So, it just depends. But, if there's something that you can't even enjoy it, you just watch it to feel the bitterness and feel and look for the mistakes. Just fucking grow up. Like that, I'm sorry, but that's an internet culture thing that I really can't stand, and I am very not afraid to be vocal about. Like I hate the kind of cinema sinsy culture that has been crafted on the internet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Of just like, tiniest, There's also a lot of people that default to, the writing was bad, and I'm like, yeah, but how? Explain to me how. And whenever I actually like ask somebody that, like if it ever happens in person, and I just go like, and it's something like I like, and someone's like, oh, that writing was shitty, and I'm like, what about it was shitty? And they just stumble. They're just like, it's like the easiest default to when you don't like something. You're just like, oh, the writing was bad. And I'm like, okay, was it? Or did you just not like it? Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of times it's somebody told somebody else that they don't like a movie for like X, Y, Z reason, and then they just go with that person, whether it's like a YouTuber or a friend or whatever, and they're just like, it's regurgitation, and it's like, but how do you actually feel about the thing? Like that goes with like everything. Like I've seen that with like politics so much these days. It's just like everybody regurgitating something somebody else said.
They're letting a lot of people let someone else do their thinking for them, and I used to do that. I'm 100% guilty of that, especially with like like commentary, like especially like in political things, like back in the day. Like I 100% would watch a YouTuber or whatever and be like, you know what, they're right. And I don't like that I did that. It's like one of my biggest regrets is I was like, dude, why didn't I like watch more or not and just kind of form my own opinions of something? Like instead of just watching someone and being like, they're right. And then letting that kind of dictate my worldview, because I also remember being a lot more stressed back then. I was just stressed all the time and bothered by things all the time. And now I'm like, every so often you still get bothered by things, but I just don't care anymore. I'm like, I'm making cartoons. I'm making cartoons that I like. And so that attitude has kind of bled into my cartoon making, where I'm like, look, there will always be people who think that what I make is stupid and cringy and whatever, and that's fine. I think this is a good, I'm going to tie it all into a good lesson for all you young artists, that if you have any insecurity about your work or criticism is something that comes your way a lot and you're not particularly good at handling it or whatever, remember, in this world, what really matters is what you care about. Your work will always shine through what you love. If you do things just because you want to cater to what critics say or what the audience says or whatever, with kind of foregoing what you know in your heart that you were doing intentionally or what you want to do, you just got to stick with it. And it gets hard sometimes because sometimes people really don't like, creative choices and things, but you really need to stick with it. And if you know your reasons and you know what you love, then, it'll just be so much more genuine that way, so.
And yeah, you could tell. Oh, I'm sorry. We
we
probably have drawing
we
requests.
really
Oh,
gotta
I
move
know.
on. Like,
Yeah, my bad.
like
Sorry,
we have
sorry.
we have $100 donation.
I'm
that's
looking at
been
that
for a
one right
while.
now. I actually was waiting to read it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much for the
man.
$100 donation.
Thank you, Andrew Ramos, for the $100 donation. They would like Angel and Alistair wearing merchandise of each other. So...
Okay, that's a fun one. All right. Let's see. Angel and Alistair wearing.
I'm heading to the store. Is there anything we really need? Okay.
Angel and Alistair. But yeah, sorry to get we got so real there. We got so real with our advice and our world view of...
No, it's all well said and it's warranted, but it's just that we gotta catch up.
No, it's totally
That's all
valid.
it is.
That's totally valid.
Goose is alive.
Hey, Goose.
Goose, come in the fucking call.
Come in the call. Join us. One of us. Google gobble. Let's see.
Google gobble.
You know what that's from? You gotta know what that's from.
What's that from?
Really?
Maybe?
That's from that Freak Show. The old movie from the from like the fucking 20s or some shit.
Yeah,
It's like it's where that came from, and then they've parodied it in like a lot of things, like South Park I know has done it, and then
I want to answer this question because I think it's a good idea.
Uh-huh.
So, Engine of War asks, after the pilot's released, will there be another version with commentary about the creation process or a funny version with the voice actors?
Holy shit.
I would love to do a commentary
that
track,
would be
to be
so
honest.
much
Yes.
fun. Oh my god. I would love to do that. Maybe that can be something that's like patrons only for a little bit and then is like released. Because I would love, something I really wanted to do, and maybe we can do it after the fact. Maybe it can be something we kind of shift focus to trying doing. I really wanted to make like a little documentary of the making of it. The problem is that since everyone's freelance, not a lot of people got like footage of themselves working. I know I asked some of the voice actors to record their sessions, so we have a few of those, but not really everybody. And it would feel a little weird to like stage something. So I'm trying to be better about that for like future cartoons. Like for example, with Hell of a Boss, I actually got, which is really cool because I'm a huge fan of some of the voice actors in that project. But we actually had a live ensemble recording, and I got a lot of footage of the actors performing. So if we do make a like behind the scenes of that one, there will be a lot more of like, the actors performing. But with Hazbin, it was tricky because we did so much of it remotely. And I never really thought to ask the animators or the artists to like record their process or like record themselves working or like anything like that. But I really, really wanted to make like a big like how we made it thing. So maybe that'll be the closest to that, is like a commentary with like a bunch of we could do like multiple commentaries where it's like one with the animators, one with the voice actors, one with the, you know what I mean? And there's like a huge giant... I would love to, like, maybe we can do a massive stream call when the pilot is released and just answer questions about it, because everyone's going to be watching it and excited, and I would love to, like, get more of the team together and, like, do some streams like that. So we'll definitely see what comes of it, but I think that's a great idea. I think I'd love to do something like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Man, how many requests did we miss during that?
A few. I got one for. We're gonna do the next one for Casket. We'll do her question though while we wait. We are gonna do your drawing, but they want to know: would Al get upset if you cooked meat that he gave you?
I don't think he'd be upset. It depends on like what you did with it. I think actually of all the characters to get mad about the well done steak thing, it'd probably be Alistair. I think like Alistair, I think Alistair would be like, how fucking dare you? I don't know if Alistair would like I think Alistair would learn my eating habits and be like genuinely disgusted. Like I think he'd be like, what? Fuck you. Because he's like the...
You can't eat chicken nuggets 3 times a day, Viv!
Yeah, basically. He would be very, like, not impressed. I'm trying to think of like which characters would probably eat the most like he doesn't like. Angel, surprisingly, him and Angel would probably get along in terms of food because Angel actually likes to cook a lot. Angel's like a relatively good cook, especially with like Italian dishes. Husk probably doesn't eat, like, Husk eats shitty bar food. You know, he doesn't really care. Nifty also likes to cook. I'm trying to think of like which character like is the shitty chicken nugget. You know, it's Baxter. Baxter eats the shitty chicken nugget.
Of course, Baxter is.
Baxter eats the late night chicken nuggets and well done steak. And you know what? No, I just solved it. That's why Alistair hates Baxter. Alistair has a rational hate for Baxter, and that's because he eats shitty food. And he's like, I hate you. He puts ketchup on his steak.
I'm starting to realize that I'm Alistair and Viv is Baxter.
I'm most like Baxter of all the characters.
I will say that it was surreal when Viv first hired me on the team. And I was like, well, describe Alistair to me. And she's like, well, he's a radio guy from Louisiana. And I'm like, okay. like because like I was taken off because I was like, wait, that's what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, don't model Alistair after me.
I've had Alistair for years. Okay, it was
just a funny coincidence. It was just a really funny coincidence. Catherine Kirkham, have you been to Raising Cane's? Fuck yeah, Raising Cane's started where it's from Louisiana.
Wait,
it's
what's
amazing.
Raising Cane's?
It's a chicken finger place with like, and it's amazing.
Oh,
it's so good.
I would like that because I like, as you know, I like the chicken fingers and the chicken nuggets and the chicken tenders. I like the chicken.
Viv likes. Can I get chicken tenders with Starbucks coffee?
Yeah, coffee and nuggets. Pretty weird.
Chicken nugget and French
Viv
fry.
made me go out of my way to get her a Starbucks coffee the other night when I was like having.
Yeah, I did. I was like, "Can you give me?" Well, it wasn't out of the way. You guys were at where? Yard House? You were at Yard House, and you.
Yeah, no, I'm messing with you.
I know.
But I
It's
literally,
on
when
the
we went to go
same
pick it up, I
street.
put it in my reminders, and I told Siri, I said, Siri, remind me to pick up Starbucks for white girl, and
I am the
Did you get
whitest
pumpkin
Hispanic ever made.
no, it was
No,
like
I do not get the pumpkin spice latte. So no, I get the white chocolate.
you know
mocha,
what?
the iced white chocolate mocha. That's what I get. It's pretty bad still.
You know
but
what?
It's not pumpkin spice, so you know it.
I have no room to talk, to be fair, because I legitimately like the pumpkin spice lattes.
There you go.
So
yeah, you can't talk.
I get them.
Dude.
I mean, I can still talk because fuck you. But I'm just acknowledging that I'm not in.
I think that whole thing is overblown, honestly. Like I like one a year, and I'm good with that. And I don't know. I don't think people are as into pumpkin as everybody makes it out to be.
You know what I'm looking forward to now that we have a house that we can actually carve like real pumpkins this year, and I'm super excited for that.
I want to carve pumpkin.
Yeah, I want to for the little Halloween party we're having. I want to actually carve a couple pumpkins and have them.
Dude, I'll buy pumpkins. Ah, it sucks, man. I wish I could stay longer, but fucking I think I'm leaving like the 23rd or something.
No.
Yes, I'm sorry. I
have to go back to brewing the beer.
Yeah, I gotta go back to work until I actually like move up there.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Damn. That angel thick.
I know.
Oh, by the I gotta see.
Wait,
Wait, where's the thick angel? Where's the thick angel?
I don't think I'm drawing him totally right, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm
Damn,
doing
she
best.
thick.
Ooh, with the crop top.
Yeah, I was just like, what kind of merch can I? And just the shark robot merch. It's just regular clothes. All right, what's another doodle for everyone?
Next, we have Casket Endifer, who would like Alistair wearing jingle bells.
Oh, I like that. Jingle bells. I actually came up with a holiday short, but there's no time to do it for this year, so maybe we'll do it for next year if I have the money. But it's about... God, fuck you.
Hell yeah.
It's about a Christmas character and a Halloween character who either fall in love or become friends, depending on what I want to do.
Yeah.
I like romances, though, and I haven't done one, so...
They have real sex and
But it's because, like, I really like both holidays on a aesthetic level, and I feel like I really like to make a character that kind of embodies each one. And I really like the idea of, like, a little jack-o'-lantern, like, spooky character, and, like, a really festive, like, reindeer-ish type, like, big, thick sweater character, and just being cute. So, there you go. There's the audio concept of something
I actually have been writing my own Christmas special called A Very Gamer Christmas. It's called it's about a man who finally gets out of his gamer chair after 100 years, and he looks into over the window and he says, "Young man, what day is it?" And he says, "Why, it's Christmas Day, sir." And he says, "Yo, bro, check out this copy of Minecraft." And he throws the disc at him like it's like the coin from Scrooge, but it ends up impaling him in the head. And the child is dead. There's no happy ending. A child dies in this special.
That was such a mean story.
I really like.
And then his snake came out of the water.
Are people really bothered? Are people really bothered by child death?
No, it's just that it's. I mean, probably, but like, I just like I like
it. Care anymore. It's kind of funny.
Just could you imagine just like seeing like a kid like happy face dead on the ground with like a Minecraft CD in his head, like.
Oh yeah, what? I started to draw something and I forgot midway through. What was the next drawing?
God damn it! It was Alistair with Jingle Bells. Why are we talking about Christmas, Viv?
I know. I got distracted by I like Christmas.
Jingle Bells, Vivian smells. I just laid an egg. It's because I shat my pants.
Oh man, I really hate Christmas. I am not a Christmas dude at all.
I love Christmas.
Everything that's bad that's ever happened in my life happened around Christmas.
I mean, to be fair, that's fair.
I'm like the one person in our friend group who like, because I do love Halloween more than Christmas, but I love both holidays. I've never had a bad experience with either holiday. It's Thanksgiving that always fucks with me.
Yeah.
That I always have a miserable time at, because my family is like extended family or just people I don't really want to see.
No, Thanksgiving gets me too, because like I consider like almost like Thanksgiving and Christmas to be like the same holiday, because it all start like the holiday lasts that whole.
They're
like,
basically
month.
they're very associated at this point.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, because people always had the argument about the Christmas season and the Halloween season. This is what September 1st to October 31st is the Halloween season. November 1st to December 25th is the Christmas season. That's how I feel about it. Like, because once Halloween is over, no one's going to listen to fucking 10 Little Turkeys on repeat. You're going to put Christmas music on.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen. You know, it's like fuck Thanksgiving. All you do is eat fat, get football, and talk to people you don't want to see.
I love Thanksgiving, but like, yeah. I mean, I love Thanksgiving because I really love my whole family, so I like...
Also, Thanksgiving is an excuse to eat yams, so Thanksgiving sucks ass!
Good. Yams are good. I don't know, man. Like, but my birthday is always around Thanksgiving, and just like... I don't know. I don't really got that big of a family, so it's never been like a big to-do or anything.
That's
the
fair.
only thing
that's fair.
I like
it's one of those holidays that really does depend on like what your relationship is with family and whether or not you work retail. Because if you work retail, you're gonna hear the Christmas songs way too early and get sick of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you want to know another reason why I fucking hate Thanksgiving? As somebody who worked as a butcher for 4 years, stalking turkeys every fucking year is a nightmare.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Dude, I worked,
and the worst part is that sorry, not to cut you off, but the worst part is that like I'll have like 3 pallets of hundreds of turkeys And it's like, oh, we got to give them out. And somebody's like, I want specifically a 14.5-pound turkey. And I have to go fucking dig through all of that for like 30 minutes.
Ooh.
And when I bring it to them, they don't even say thank you.
Are you like covered in like turkey juice by the end of your shift?
Well, most of them are frozen, which makes them even heavier.
Poor buddy.
Like those big frozen butter balls.
Someone in the chat said Dia de los Muertos is also in November, which is true, and I love that.
That is true.
It's right
That is
at
true.
the right at the
I will say, if I had to
beginning.
give any positives to Thanksgiving, I always watch the Macy's Day Parade because I love it. But that's it. The rest of the holiday can go fuck itself.
Yeah, I genuinely love Thanksgiving, but like it's because one, I really like food and I like eating the food. Like I love the mashed potatoes and the poultry
But you
is
eat
my
the
favorite.
same thing at Thanksgiving that you do at Christmas.
I know,
Christmas
but
has
Thanksgiving is like kind of like the time for it though. I don't know. I got lucky. I really love like that atmosphere. I really love the like memories of getting together with that family that I have.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
you know, for me
My family,
it's yeah.
My family literally cheats every year where we have Thanksgiving and Christmas, but at Christmas we literally eat the exact same thing as Thanksgiving except maybe a couple more desserts. And
Oh no,
that's it.
that's usually that's customary. Like usually
Yeah.
it's still turkey and shit. I want to spice it
Like,
up this year. I should have duck. I really.
I
Like duck
don't
meat.
actually hate like the day of Thanksgiving though, because usually it's just like me, my dad, and my brother hanging out, which is fine.
Oh, I
but,
want to
like-
try turducken this year. I've never had that.
Ooh, dude, turducken is so good.
It's good. It's just a bitch to prep.
It
That's all
is,
it is.
yeah.
can
It's a
imagine.
bitch to prep. Plus, like the duck is just so rich that's what's gonna get you. That's what's gonna send you into a.
I will
coma.
say, Viv,
I
the
love
fucking
duck meat, but I don't have it very often, so I want it.
Viv, the market I worked at, you know, the fucking fired place, we actually sell turducken. Like, you can buy them. They're just really expensive.
I would probably
Yeah.
do that, like made turducken.
Are you ready for the next drawing?
Yes,
do it.
I am indeed.
Let's do $14.99 from Cardo Gonzalez. I love your artwork, and I can't wait for Hazbin Hotel. Could you draw Alistair looking at angel dust, pointing a stick at him and saying "Expecto Patronum"?
God damn it.
Expecto Patronum.
It's like your phone case.
It is my phone case. Who joined us?
It was
Goose.
me that
Hello,
joined.
hello, Goose.
You were talking about duck, and I was like, "What about goose?"
It's him,
Oh,
President.
oh my God!
It's him,
Perfect.
President Ronald Reagan.
The Ronald Ronald.
The Ronald.
Yeah.
The Ronald.
Oh, speaking of
McDonald.
that, this reminds. Okay, so you guys know my spooky ads account that I do the Halloween ads on.
Yes.
Mhm.
The other day I cleaned up a McDonald's like Halloween chicken McNuggets ad, and the actual McDonald's account replied to me today and said, "Thanks for bringing up these great memories."
Whoa,
And I'm
sweet.
like,
The
Should ask him
McDonald's
for
account
some-
has
You're
replied to
welcome.
me too before when I was talking about eating food.
What'd you say? Like these chicken nuggets are terrible, and they're like, "Thank you."
I actually tweeted there were two times that like the actual official account like basically like endorsed my endorsement. I forget the first one. It was something like a bit ago. But I did one more recently about California. It was like I'm addicted to California Pizza Kitchen one, and I think the California Pizza Kitchen like came and commented and was like, "Thank you," and I was like, "Okay."
I remember one day.
Did you reply saying "Stay in your lane"?
I should have. I would have. I should
One
have
day
been
I-
like,
I-
"Give me a free supply for life." I endorsed you.
I one time saw that Denny's had their DMs open. So I just took a screenshot of I just DM'd them and I said, "My great pancake fathers, when are we going to overthrow the slave drivers known as IHOP? I am ready to answer the call." And then I
Did
think
they say
I got like and then I couldn't DM them anymore. They didn't block me, but I
Oh.
can't DM them. So
So clearly they're in support of slavery, I guess.
I guess
Clear.
so.
So that's the
IHOP
takeaway from
sucks.
this stream, you guys.
Denny's, don't go to Denny's.
no, go to Denny's. Fuck IHOP. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. IHOP is the one. Okay.
Go to Denny's.
You
Fuck
guys
in IHOP.
Goose, have you seen that amazing video called 2 a.m. in Denny's? It's just this like teenage metal band. They rented out a Denny's to play their gig. And it's just like this guy, the front man, like they're starting this metal riff, and he's just like, "What's up? What's up? What the fuck's up, Denny's?"
Is anybody in there?
And then just "Ah!" and then just starts screaming, and like they're doing mosh pits inside of a Denny's, and it's
Dude, it was like a shut down Denny's that was like about to be like demolished in a couple days, and they threw a show in there. It's like a post metalcore band.
just the fact that just this the metalcore band is just like, "What the fuck is up, Denny's?"
Denny's.
Denny's. Oh.
Denny's has like the like I think some of my weirdest stories come from like Denny's at like 2 a.m. when you're drunk. It's just it's
shock me,
yeah, it's
no.
kind of a magical place. And if you're down south, then it's a Waffle House.
Yeah, Waffle House is the worst.
No, listen. Waffle House is tasty at 2 a.m. when you're drunk as shit. It's delicious, and it has all the
Isn't
decor.
anything tasty at 2 a.m. when you're drunk?
Listen,
I
but
know,
Goose,
it probably
where
is.
else can you get all the decor of a gas station bathroom all around you?
Yep.
That's true. I mean, you could just go to an actual gas station bathroom and eat what's in there.
You could just take a shit on my plate, and I'd be like, all right.
And just say, I'm not gonna fight it.
Do you remember when IHOP changed their name to IHOB and that failed miserably?
That was so dumb because it was like the whole marketing thing just for the burgers. I get, but like,
Oh, I thought you were making a joke.
hyped it
No,
up
that
for
was
so
real.
long.
That happened.
No, they did that.
Wait, they actually changed their name to IHOB?
Yes, and then they changed it back because nobody fucking liked it.
Wait, no, that sounds like
No, but nobody,
like,
because nobody bought their shitty burger.
what?
Yep.
That sounds so
IHOP is
fake.
known for its gourmet cheeseburgers.
Ew. I wouldn't want like IHOP's not like the worst. Like
They put pancake batter.
It's not the worst, but it's not that great either. Like a place like Viv that I go a lot to is Harry's Diner, and it's like a million times better, and it's literally across the street from IHOP.
Yeah.
It's a million times better, despite the fact that there's hair in all the food.
wait,
Yeah, I would
With-
prefer that.
was that the place that we went to? That was like near that liquor store.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, where
yeah,
they were
yeah,
like
yeah.
out of everything. They were like out of ice, and it's like, how do you run out of ice? Fuck.
No, I don't think
Because
it's
the ice
that place
caps are
in because we
melting.
gotta.
Oh shit.
This place has like delicious fucking like meatloaf and pancakes and stuff, and there's always just one lady who looks like she's always just getting off of her smoke break. Who will
Yeah,
talk
it's
to
like
you.
one of those diners. It's
Oh,
very
that's
old
nice.
school diner, which I
Why
like.
is
I
everyone
like
saying
diners. a lot.
October in the chat.
Why are you saying October?
It's the same reason everybody just spams random shit in the chat. I just
Everybody, spam something better.
spam
Spam something that's funny.
Spam walrus.
Yeah.
spam glaucoma.
Spam subscribe to Gooseworks.
There you go.
Spam what the fuck is up, Denny's?
How have you guys been? How long has this stream been going?
How long has it been going? We started a little late today, so it was like 3:30.
We're right at we actually started like right at 3:15. It's like 5:15, so we've had 2
Oh, shit.
hours.
Shit. Nice.
So we'll probably go till like maybe like 6.
Yeah.
Well, I woke up a little late, so it looks like it all works out.
Yeah.
I've been having super horrible insomnia lately.
Me too.
Oh, that
I haven't
sucks,
been
dude.
able. I haven't
Have
been
you
able to sleep.
tried sleeping?
You know what? I've never actually tried that.
It's a good idea.
Might be the miracle cure.
A miracle cure to insomnia. Sleep.
I do that to Monica all the time. She gets really mad at me whenever I say that. Insomnia is I'm really lucky. Like I had really bad insomnia when I was in like high school, and then I started taking trazodone, and it completely like stopped it altogether, and it like didn't have any weird effects on me.
What's trazodone?
I don't really know what it is, because it's not like Ambien where like you close your eyes and suddenly you're asleep and then you wake up and you made a bunch of racist tweets on Twitter. But
What was that from? The one from South Park? Ambien? Was that Ambien?
yeah,
I
it's
took a lot of
Ambien.
Ambien.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't know. Like
Somebody
it
actually used that as an excuse.
Yeah,
It's like-
I think someone it wasn't it
Roseanne
Roseanne
Barr.
Barr. She was
Yeah.
like, I'm on Ambien.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
I took Ambien once. It is a really like my brother gave it to me when I like was first having trouble like sleeping.
It really makes you racist.
It dude
It is the
super duper.
racist.
I was using the all the letter words, the worst ones.
It's
But,
the
One
Ambien.
for every letter in the
No,
alphabet.
dude, it seriously though, like when I took it, I like woke up while I was like walking up the stairs because it's not like a sleeping pill; it's a hypnotic, which is really like it's weird. Like
Does
my
that give you
brother-
the same effects as sleeping?
sort of like I was unconscious during like all of it until I,
I mean,
woke up.
but does it like
walking.
recharge your body and stuff? Like,
No, for me it didn't. I only took it twice. My brother like lived on it for like a really long time. He swore by it, but for me it was like you would not exist for like 8 hours, but it wasn't like you woke up like stretching your arms like I'm all well rested, I'm good. It's like you wake up and you feel the same you did like right before you took the Ambien.
Also, real fast,
Trad-
we got
you're right.
a donation. Or sorry, I'll just read this one real fast just so I see it. Asuna Yuki, thank you so much for your $49 or $49.99 donation. Thank you so much. Sup guys, my name is Sydney and I love these streams and all the work you guys do. Thank you so much. So definitely draw your favorite character, Viv, doing a really expression. I'm an aspiring voice actress and I'd love advice on getting into the business. Ooh. I think you guys can help me with that because I know we all kind of have experience with voice actors.
Definitely send in a bad Arnold
Mhm.
Schwarzenegger.
No,
impression.
do not do that.
Buy a blue snowball and do your best Arnold Schwarzenegger impression.
Also, he's
I'm gonna
not.
follow
Yeah,
up
you'll
on
definitely
Caitlin.
get far.
Also, he's not like my I don't have a favorite character per se, but just because I'm drawing a lot of Hazbin characters and my kind of break characters are the Helva characters, I'm gonna draw one of the Helva characters doing that.
Okay. For real though, the best way to honestly get into voice acting is just to play around with your range. You know, like try out new characters, write little bits, make a little demo reel. Honestly, like
Have a demo.
for real though,
have
do
a
not
demo.
get.
Have a nice mic. Are my biggest.
Honey, do not get a blue snowball no matter what somebody tells you.
Don't-
Go if you want. Honestly, people, if you want a good starting mic, the one I started with, go check out. I think it's like $50 maybe right now. I could be a little bit more because I got it on sale. The MXL 770 is what I started with, or the AT 2020 is another good standard.
Yeah, that's what
I use the 2030 personally.
write this down, people.
And then if you need if you want just like a cheap, you know, like interface, get the Steinberg UR22. And listen, if you just hone your craft, like work with some friends if they need like just little character work and something, figure out your range, do some singing, try to kind of figure out, you know, how you are as a performer, and throw it together, and people will notice if you get your name out there.
Yeah, like I'm not a voice actor, but I'm dating one. You have to. She's cute and I love her.
Why?
But
Why would you
get-
do that?
get comfortable like with your voice, like as much as you can. Like a lot of people have like the whole issue of like not wanting to practice when people are around. You really have to get comfortable with people around when you're practicing, when
Yeah, 'cause-
when you're recording. That was like I've dabbled in it before. Like I've helped like friends out with cartoons and done voices, and I would like I think at the time I was like still living with my parents, and I was all like, oh, what are my parents gonna think when they hear me doing stupid cartoon voices? Oh no. Get comfortable doing it around people, because if
Yeah.
that's what you want to do for the rest of your life, if you want to make a career out of it or you want a hobby in it, you have to be comfortable doing it around everybody. Because
Exactly.
if you come up, yeah,
Because a lot of times also you'll also have to do it in front of the director. That's
Exactly.
obviously
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that's not
Oh, I
something. Yeah, that's not always like the case for like beginning stuff. You know, they might just be like, hey, do this voice and give me the lines by this time. You're not always gonna have that. You know, for a lot of it, it is performing, and the director is going to have notes, and they're going to be like, okay, do it a take like this, or do it more angry, or do it more whatever. You have to
Make it
kind of know
sound bigger.
Yes. Yeah, you're going to get notes like that. You're going to get notes that are going to sound really like, what? And you have to kind of figure out what that means, too. You got to figure out what they want. I'm really excited. Tomorrow is the first day of a voice acting workshop that I'm actually taking with my roommate, and I'm super excited. And if I learn any amazing things from that myself, I will share my wisdom, or not my wisdom, but my own mistakes that I will be learning and all that crap. Because it's not going to be my wisdom that I give. I'm going to give the wisdom of the teacher.
Yeah.
But
Practice in your car. If you're worried about what people think of you at first, just start practicing in your car or something, or whenever you get time by yourself. And then start to do your funny LOL voices in front of your friends and shit. But don't overdo it, because that gets annoying.
Yeah.
yes.
Don't make your friends hate you.
Don't make, I have
'Cause
like
your friends, they're all you got at that point.
I have a LOL normie friend he does a really good
normie friend.
he does a really good Quagmire impression, but he does it all the fucking time, and he's the type of dude where he'd be like, "Hey man, I'm picking you up to go to the movies, ready to go," and he'll go, "Giggity." And I'm just
Oh
like, I
my
fucking
God.
hate you. I'm not gonna pick you up now. Like, now I don't want to hang out with you.
Is he one of those people who's like,
Giggity.
dude, I can do a really good Rick and Morty impression?
Oh yeah, it's like fucking
Oh, yeah.
Rick. It's like Rick and Peter Griffin are like the go-tos for people, and it's like, oh my God, stop. Oh, I made the
Dude,
mistake. I made the mistake early on of saying like that Husk would sound like Rick from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
And now like everyone in their
Was
mother.
it? Did you get a lot of
Well,
people auditioning?
Yeah,
for
they're
it?
like
Yes,
you have
'cause
to
a
have
lot
a
of
certain
people were
IQ to
like-
watch Hazbin
Because a lot
Hotel.
of people can do the Rick voice or think they can do the Rick voice, and so they would
Everyone
send
thinks
it
they
in.
can.
Yeah, everyone thinks they can do the Rick voice, so they sent it in. And like the reason I picked Rick was more so because like Justin Roiland, like the
You picked Rick? You mean Mick?
No. I mean like I picked Rick for like the example, like Rick like as the example voice, because
Rick and Morty.
because really early on, Husk like and you've seen now you've anyone familiar with the voice of Adam Carolla, that like I kind of imagined like an Adam Carolla or like a Justin Roiland's Rick for like the Husk-ish tone, but that doesn't mean that Husk was ever supposed to sound exactly like them. That was just kind of, those were just voices that made me think of his character. And so now everyone was like, you know, but people were like, oh, I can do the Rick voice spot on, and then they were like auditioned with it, and I was like, no.
Listen, why be pickle Rick when you can be shallow Husk?
God damn it. Is there another drawing?
Yep. Got Dead Teenez. Unfortunately, I can't stay for the whole stream, but I'll rewatch it tomorrow. Could I get Vaggie with a Buster sword? What is a Buster sword?
What is a Buster
Like,
sword?
it's like the
Final
sword Cloud
Fantasy.
has.
The really big sword.
Oh, a
the
giant
really big...
sword. I actually
Yeah.
really like the giant swords. The really impractically giant swords from anime are a trope I actually really like. But they're stupid.
Is Angel gonna get one?
Probably not Angel. I
But
feel
he
like
can't lift it
Vaggie.
because he's stupid.
Yeah, I feel like Vaggie is the character that would have one, because she's kind of like the most anime. I don't even want to say that, but you know, like her theme is like magic. Like one of her light themes is like magical girl. So like I could see faintly.
Really?
Yeah, but it's like one of the really lesser themes of her is like because she's like the fighter one. So I was like, what's cool? Like fantasy magical fighter girl. Like that's. But her in terms of like her themes of the character design and like actual personality, she's much more like based on other things.
Listen, my dad is the ultimate anime character.
My mom is.
Dad's the ultimate warrior.
Yeah. I remember my dad was like, David, who spilled these Cheerios on the ground? And I was like, Father, not I.
Dave said, it's Goose. Go kill her.
I said, "Father, not
And I'm dead, and I'm
I."
dead.
And then he said, "You lie to me." And then he transformed in fusion dance, and then brought out a belt and spanked me on the ass.
There's no fusion dances in Hazbin. I'm gonna squash that
That's what you think.
before it starts. I don't like the fusions.
Just wait until the premiere where Dan and I do a fusion dance in front
I
of
hate
everyone.
you.
And
I'll
then
be
you
really
become
upset.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, we. Oh,
Yeah, I
shit,
know,
we
you
just
get-
become Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm getting the short end of the stick on this
Dan.
one.
No, you'd be Dan.
Yeah, it's not a fusion dance. I literally just vor you and eat you.
Dan.
Dan.
Oh no. That's
Oh,
all right. Your tummy looks pretty comfortable, and I think about it at night.
I think about that too, you know.
Yeah. You know, it's
So like,
weird.
it's not just me. Like, okay. Cool.
I was
Tommy
I was
looks
thinking about this the other day. I think I'm the opposite of claustrophobic. Like I actually really like being in like
So you're agora.
Tight.
You're an agora.
Like agoraphobic.
Yeah.
what's an agora? Is that
That's
wait,
the
is that
opposite.
the
That's
No,
when
you
you're
mean-
afraid.
you
That's
just-
when you're
you-
afraid of
you-
open spaces.
Open spaces and crowds, I think.
Oh.
I think it's
I
all
mean,
lumped together, even
I
though
guess I guess I'm
crowds
not
can
really.
get kind of claustrophobic.
I guess I'm not really like like that. Like I wouldn't be like freaking out in a field of daisies, unless there's bees, I guess. But
Bees.
nah, man, I was like looking at casket beds because I was like, I think I'd really like that.
Casket bed.
No,
Like,
I'm kind of
with-
the same.
like, closing
I really
the-
like rolling up in a ball and hiding in the corner.
Yeah, I want to go back to like like the fetal position in my mom, just like where
Maybe not
nothing
in my
exists.
mom, but
Yeah,
Just be like-
same. That was weird. I didn't mean that.
I was gonna say, are you like mother? Let me.
mother, let me back
You're like
in.
mother. Let.
It's scary out here.
Too bad I can't because she's ashes.
Oh.
I was like the other day.
Oh
my
Amin was
God.
Amin was playing Smash Brothers, and I was in the toilet downstairs. I just wanted to mess with him, so I started screaming, "Help! Help!" And he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I can't put it back in." And he just.
And did he kick the door down and actually try to help you? And it looks like the joke was on you.
No, he immediately went back to Smash Brothers.
I love it, man.
Well, that's not very climactic.
Oh, do we have another
No.
drawing?
There's no moral to that story.
Yes, ma'am. We have $20 from Nada L. Rosie giggling and ignoring a pouting Vox. I mean, I guess
Okay.
you could do one of
People
those,
really
or-
like
or-
fucking
yeah.
with Vox already, which I think is funny. Like every stream, there's like a request for Vox, but it's something really weird.
Also,
like, Vox.
I do wanna
looking
say-
at a turkey was the last one, and I love that he's
The-
already a joke when he's actually one of the bigger villains.
The one thing I want to say about Vox that makes me really happy is that nobody has guessed where the name derives from, and I will not, and I
yeah,
won't tell
came
you.
up with the name,
because-
so.
I did come up with the name, but nobody has guessed it correctly where it comes from.
No.
And I'm actually surprised because it's not super hard to figure out.
Michael
But,
Coates.
That
you
was
got it. Good job.
not
Got
correct.
him.
Goose, what if you tie a noose?
I've tried tying a noose. It's not as easy as it
Oh
sounds.
my
It's
God.
really hard.
Have you seen that? There's that like that fun video where the guy like does the sing along, like "Let's learn how to tie a noose." It's like, and
What?
he's like, it's like a children's song, like sing along about tying a noose.
Oh my God.
That would come in handy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say, by the way, the fucking knife brick made me giggle.
The what?
I'm glad.
Oh, is that something I missed? Was that on Twitter?
Yeah, Goose just drew this very practical object where when you need to hold a brick but also want to be stabbed, it's called knife brick.
Oh wait, I saw that. Yeah.
I'm gonna Goose, when you come out here, I'm gonna gift that to you.
An actual knife brick?
Yeah, I'm just gonna shove a knife through a brick.
Oh, Vox. I like Vox a lot.
Goose, when you I know you're coming for the. How long are you gonna come out here? when you come to the premiere?
Let me check the calendar.
Because I wanna take you to like the Halloween Town store and stuff.
I want to go.
Oh.
Halloween Town was pretty
Uh,
great.
You're here all the time. Shut up. Goose is never-
I'm not
been
here all the
there
time. I
for
came
4
once in
days,
3
I
years.
think.
Nice.
Aw.
5.
Okay, yeah.
days
Well,
ish.
we'll go down Magnolia Street because that's like they have the like year-round Halloween store and stuff.
Ooh, I love Halloween.
Halloween.
Yes.
Oh, do you guys want to go to that goth club in LA?
I'm down.
The one you were talking about?
No, not the
He
gay
wasn't
club.
there,
This
he
one's just
wasn't.
goth club.
He wasn't in LA when we went to that one.
I want to go to the goth club.
Yeah, dude, I forgot that. What's the name of it? They've got like dancers in cages hanging above the bar, and I was like, man, that's pretty goth.
That's pretty
Listen,
goth.
Dan, I paint both my ring fingers black now, so I'm basically goth.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
we got to get all gothed up before we go. I'm not gonna have to put too much work into it, but you guys got to put a little work into it. Bar Sinister is the name of the place.
Oh, I've heard
I'm
of Bar
pretty good at
Sinister.
being goth,
Yes.
not gonna lie.
I'm down.
I'm pretty
Oh,
good at
Goose
cutting
is-
my wrist,
Goose
not
would be
gonna
good.
lie.
I'm pretty good at hanging myself, not gonna lie.
I'm pretty good at blaming my parents for everything.
Just walk in with
Blaming
like
my
a
parents.
newsletter.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
pretty
man.
good at being a stillborn, not gonna lie.
Man, you got to be like the oldest stillborn still alive.
I'm pretty good at being grown up with alopecia. Not
Fuck
gonna lie.
you, Dave. Fuck you. I am pretty good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had.
I am not a victim. I'm strong. Strong, Dave. It makes me stronger.
Yeah. Did you tell that to the grill when it burned your eyelash off?
No. I pretty much screamed and then cried. And then the tears hurt because I had no eyelashes.
What's the backstory?
I love you.
I've been on fire too many times. And I have alopecia areata, which means I like randomly lose my hair and then it grows back. And one time I was lighting a grill and the propane, like the lighter I was using was broken or like out of fuel. So I like shut the grill lid with the gas still going and like futzed around, got another candle lighter, went back out and then lit the grill and it exploded in a fireball in my face. But I turned my head as it was blowing up in my face, so it only like burned like half of my face off. So at the time I had like a scum stash, half of that was gone. Half of my like one eyebrow was completely gone. All my nostril hair on my right nostril was gone, and I had no eyelashes, and none of it grew back for like 3 years.
Did you
It
have
was
to
really-
put on false lashes to compensate?
No, I did the opposite, and I shaved the other eyebrow off, and then people thought I was a fucking freak for like too long.
So we have more drawing requests. I think now's probably a good time to put a cap on them too. So if you
I was
guys
just
want,
about to do that.
yeah, if you guys want a drawing,
This is the final
this is
call.
the final call for them. And after this, we're not going to do anymore. I'm going to try and get through these fast. Let's do it.
Yeah. Nathan Albanese for $20.
Okay.
Give me another drawing, but you're awesome. And also, I'm working on a horror game. Can you draw Molly in a witch?
Okay.
A witch.
A witch.
A witch.
Draw her as Bette Midler from Hocus.
I'll put a spell on you.
Listen, everybody. Hot take: Ernest Scared Stupid is better than Hocus Pocus.
Oh
Fight
no,
me
it's
in the
not.
street.
You were so wrong on that.
Fight me in the fucking street.
I will lick your earlobes, and you'll be all freaked
I
out.
will-
And
I
you'll be
will
all
do
like,
that
"Why are you
over
looking at my earlobes?" And I'll be like,
You're like, oh, you win, you win.
I'll tickle your pancreas, motherfucker. Don't even try.
"Dude, I'm
Ooh.
gonna pinch your pee hole so hard that I'll never squirt again."
I'm gonna get your social security number leaked so fast.
I'm going to dox you so
Okay.
fast.
Fine, dude. I won't be the one with the pink pee
It's
hole.
like Dan raised his fist like, you want to go? I'm like, yeah. I just type in my phone like I just tweeted out your bank account routing number. Like,
But then
damn.
he's legally allowed to actually kill you.
I
Got
know.
me again.
Everybody wins.
Oh man. I've actually.
There's one person, Nada L. She really likes Rosie. This will be her third.
Oh,
Rosie
well, thank
Maple
you.
Mod.
I actually really like Rosie too.
Rosie,
so.
Rosie O'Donnell, my favorite Hazbin.
Is she still alive?
I think so.
What has Rosie been up to lately? Huh.
She's pushing up roses.
Oh.
Hey.
She's not dead, is she? Like, I hope I'm
don't
not being really tasteless
I
right now.
don't think she is, no.
That reminds me, I put a really, like, you know how sometimes, like, you'll want to tweet something, but you'd be like, nah, just put it in the draft. It's not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I did one with those where I said, like Jack and Jill went up the hill, and Jill said, is this the hill you want to die on, or something like that? Like, yeah. No, oh, yeah, no, Jill to Jack, is this the hill you really want to die on?
Also, another drawing.
Yes. We have
Me and Dave committing
$9.99
suicide
from
at the
Carter
Hazbin premiere.
Gonzalez.
Can't wait.
Okay, this is not... Okay, I don't know how we're going to do this. It says, can Alistair and Angel wish me a happy birthday? We don't have either of those voice actors here.
All right, you be Alistair, I'll be
Yeah,
Angel.
do your best impressions.
All right.
Oh, hello! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! It's me, Angel Gun! I do drugs!
Yeah.
Hey, Carter Gonzalez! Happy birthday! It's me! Have you ever listened to the radio? I have!
What the fuck is this
Gilbert Gottfried should be Angel.
Like, fucking Alistair that you're doing.
Hey, Angel!
Let's fire Michael.
Wait, did I tell you about? I had this stupid hypothetical where, like, if they remade Aladdin, I mean they already did, but like have Iago still voiced by Gilbert Gottfried, but he only could talk like a parrot, so he would just go. Ah! Ah!
I just love how
I think-
incredibly
anyway,
off both of you
I
were.
think they-
It was pretty great.
I think they wanted you to draw that. Not
Happy
like
birthday.
the voice.
I think
Oh.
so too.
Oh.
But that was pretty great.
Well, happy birthday,
Happy
Carter.
birthday.
Anyway,
I'll do it.
Somebody said
I'll
I
do-
sounded like a drunk Waluigi.
I'll do a quick doodle. But like, yeah, you kind of was like the worst impression. You know what, Dan? You should be Stamper's stand-in though for Penchus though, because you do a pretty good Penchus.
he does a really good.
Wasn't he
Oh,
like
thank
the
you.
temp
You
voice
you
before
were
you
the
got all
temp.
the lines?
Yeah,
you were the
yeah.
temp Penchus voice because you can do a pretty good Stamper.
I did.
So anybody who
I
has
did originally
Stamper
when we were
like
doing the cat.
requests, you should just ask Dan.
when we were doing the casting, I did like the sample of the Alistair voice.
Yeah,
But,
Said,
you know,
I heard you.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah.
I heard you, motherfucker.
Yeah, all you gotta do, like, is just hang out with Stamper for way too long at, like, past midnight for
Yeah.
5 hours.
Hey, baby, it's me, Angel Dust. Are you ready to get after
That actually sounded a lot like him, not gonna lie.
I love when Stamper does the fucking baby.
My all-time favorite thing is you guys know potato salad,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
The one joke that cracks me up. It is so stupid. It's after the burglar stealing shit. It's not that part. It's right after where Stamper slams down the tablecloth. You just hear like being crashed in the background, and it makes me laugh so fucking hard.
Yeah. The thing he's been doing lately, I love too, with like making his weird food. He just goes blip, like he'll just hold on, pause, blip. It's just the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Oh,
Oh man,
he's so
yeah, dude, Stamper's fucking adorable. I love him. I need to hit him up again soon.
You need to hit him with your car again soon.
Yeah, man.
Burglar.
Dude, oh my god, I almost hit a little old lady with my car today. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt that.
That's all right.
Oh,
But it was
no.
kind of hilarious because she got all spooked because she was crossing the street like on a green light while like traffic is going.
So she had
And-
it coming.
Yeah, I would say so. And I like stomped on my brakes, and she got so spadooked that she dropped.
Spadookle.
Oh no!
She dropped her like Stop and Shop bag, and it was all just pumpkins that rolled out like little tiny pumpkins.
Oh.
I scared the pumpkins out of her.
You scared the pumpkins out
You
of an
scared
old
the
lady.
pumpkins out of an old lady.
I love that sentence.
And then she flipped me
You
off.
spedunkled. Okay, that makes the story. That completes the story. Is that she then isn't grateful that you fucking didn't. Oh.
She didn't like flip me off though. She gave me like the you know, like Italians do like the evil eye. She did that, but like the Italian version of like up yours.
Oh.
Which
okay.
yeah. It was
What's
just like,
another-
oh no, now I'm cursed. Now I gotta go and find an Italian to uncurse me.
What's
You can also undo the curse just by like stepping on it.
Stepping on the old lady?
No, stepping on the gas and just like
Oh, right.
undoing the almost. Of,
Real quick, that's officially we're cut off
We're
of
gonna cut off
drawing
the
requests
drawings.
now.
I'm
so.
just doing one real fast.
Yeah,
Someone.
we got all the ones that are in we'll get to, but that's it.
I just saw Allison Kroon once, or a sketch of Alistair sleeping in pajamas. Thank you so much. I will try that. It's hard to draw him sleeping and in pajamas, like without the bed in the way. So I'm trying to figure out.
So
how
all
to
the
do
ones that we have
you can
left,
just be sleeping on the floor.
I'm gonna get to.
I'm just gonna draw him
Have
with
him
his
curled
eyes
up like a
open,
dog.
because I don't even really know if he like sleeps normal. So I'm just gonna have him with his eyes open.
He sleeps with his eyes open and like his eyes pointing in different directions like Pennywise.
Like Pennywise. You know what? No.
There you go, Dan. There's
I feel like
$2
Alistair
for you.
has a little bit in common with Pennywise.
Whoa, is that Mellow Yellow in the chat?
Yeah, Dan, it's $2 for you. Say it.
Oh, wait, well, hold
And
on.
they say as stamps, negative Captain Frats.
Negative Captain Frats?
Negative
What?
Captain Frats. Negative Captain Frats.
Is that
However
from
he says it, I don't
something?
know.
Is that from something?
From
Negative
software?
Captain Frats! That's the best I could do. Sorry.
Alavita says, I saw on Twitter that spiders react violently around hurricanes or something. Does Angel and other spider demons react the same way?
They just constantly
Probably they
scream.
just fucking don't like what, like Angel hates storms. Angel like a dog, he can like sense when a storm is coming and he like fucking lays down on the ground.
You know what else? You know who else hates hurricanes? Absolutely everybody.
Yeah.
Not me.
Oh, no, actually, I've only lived through 2,
Blow me
and they were
away.
really fun. I had a good time, man.
They're not. I lived through Katrina and my like entire town
Oh.
was destroyed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Haha.
Sucks to suck.
Hey, yeah, you know that house your extended family lost? Yeah, they're fucking gay, dude. Like,
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... Listen.
I'm
like,
doubling down. I make fun of this.
I'm not.
no, I expected to go further.
I do. Well, like we had Sandy, and Sandy wasn't like it was bad, but it wasn't like
I remember
Katrina bad.
Sandy. I was in New York when Sandy hit. I remember that.
Yeah, New York got hit real bad during Sandy.
I remember our like SVA was out of power for like a week. So I remember like our dorm was completely out of power. So we walked to Times Square, and my shitty roommate like was all like, "Oh, let's I'm like instead of like us all staying together, she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna call my family and get brought home." And like everybody suddenly like was being able to be brought home, and I remember being like, "No, my family's so far away. I can't."
Dude.
You know. But they ended up like this just shows how much I fucking adore my family, because everybody else was leaving and I would have been left alone. Like my family came the 5 hours they drove that night and came and got me, and I was like, So I remember like driving out of the city was fucking crazy though, because it was like it was like you
It was
just
like a
see,
hurricane.
no, like you just see where like, because half the city was out of power, so like they picked me up in Times Square, and when we were driving back through the city, you can just see where it cuts off, and like you're just going into darkness, and it was cool, but it was scary. You're just entering the darkness of the city that just has no power.
Oh man,
because
that's
it was
crazy.
at night, so it was like
Yeah, not
pitch
having
black.
power is like the most inconvenient thing of all time.
It really is. We take power for
Sucks.
granted like a lot, but like a lot goes into it. Like there's a lot you can't do without it. Anyway, what?
We have $20 from Nata L. They would like Rosie sinisterly smiling at a turkey.
What's up with the
Like
turkey? Because
Like a dead turkey?
The turkey.
And
The turkey
yeah, no,
was
I
also
don't
the Vox question last time. So, what's
and
up with these
also,
turkeys?
what are your favorite web comics?
Oh, I have a
there's
recommendation.
this-
Or you guys go first, and then I'll recommend mine.
Okay.
Do you
I was
read
gonna
them?
say the Family Circus, but
Well, I love
David Lichman is probably my favorite. I can't remember the artist though. Holy shit, that's gonna kill me. Did somebody else go?
I'm reading Sebastian, which is done by by Amanda Hurd, who is the sister of Amy Hurd, who was one of the main Hazbin animators, and Amanda has also boarded on Helluva and is crazy talented. Absolutely love her work, and her comic is hands down my favorite so far. I read it. It's like the only one I follow. So if you go on Twitter and look up Amanda Hurd and look up Sebastian, it's really cute. It's really cute. I love it, and it's I think it's like a chapter or so in so far. It's pretty new. And I also read this one that I've liked since childhood called Bear Nuts, but I kind of forget about it for like a big extended periods of time. And then when I go back and read it, I kind of like catch up on the last few updates, and then I kind of forget about it again. So there's not really any that I'm like super avidly following. And there's probably some really
webcomic
good ones. So
I'm really keeping up with his Death Sitter, but that's pretty much it.
Oh yes, and Death Sitter, Cersei's comic Death Sitter, is going on.
Steve Lichman. Oh, sorry, real quick. Steve Lichman by Dave Raposa. If you've never heard of it, check it out. It's really, really funny and really, really good.
Nice.
Nimrod24
I also have a
says
webcomic
Yam
if you guys want to check it out.
Oh yeah.
Shut up! This is important.
It
No,
updated
this isn't
7
important.
years ago, and the next chapter's coming out 7 years from now.
Yeah.
Listen. Nimrod24 says Yam Chovies. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I keep doing that thing from Dark Crystal that the Chamberlain does. Like I keep doing it at work. And today somebody finally stopped me and went like, "Why do you keep doing that?" And I'm like, "Doing what?" And they're like, "You keep making a weird voice." As I'm putting a spider in another weird place. Oh, jeez, that was hot.
Was that you?
Oh, it's a keyboard. Wait, no, is that a
It's an
stylophone?
Oh, it's one of those things.
I thought it was...
Dude. Oh, you have an automaton?
Yeah, I don't know how to play it though,
Oh,
so
I
I just
have
make
my-
random noises.
I have my fucking concert mate MIDI keyboard. Hold on, let me grab it.
Oh, no.
I have a keyboard right
Here we
here,
go.
but it doesn't make sound with this. It's
Okay,
like...
everybody play their keyboards at the time.
Oh my god.
Okay, here are these keys.
Oh my god.
Mine's not plugged in.
Whoa, this is bopping!
I am such a talented boy!
You are! Everybody clap for Dave!
Oh fuck, I dropped it on the ground!
He can even play with his feet, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
should genuinely just let that, Dave, just let that play in the background, because it just made it sound so derpy.
Yeah, just have some stream background music.
Yeah, like the stream background music is just that.
It's just a demo song on a fucking MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
I love friggin' demo songs. They're always like surprisingly catchy.
All right,
They
what's,
usually are like bossa nova and stuff like that, and I love that.
what's another doodle to do? And get another sketch in.
Yeah, I think
Ow.
actually, let me see.
Are we good?
We're
Doodle
caught up completely on the
automatons.
super chat. So, if you had a drawing donation that I missed, just tell me in the chat.
Yes.
You don't have to donate, just tell me. If not, that'll be it. But
Yep,
I'll see if I
and
missed
if
any. Just
not-
the drawing ones.
So in the meantime,
Thank you, Kathleen Camo.
Thank you.
Sorry, someone in the chat complimented me, and I needed to thank them.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, what a nice
That is
what a
very
nice person. If their name is Catherine, they're a good person. That's what I live by.
Is Karen the not nice person name that everyone uses?
Yeah, everybody else is a dick.
Everyone else is a Karen.
If your name is Dave, you're the best boy.
I'm gonna change my name to Catherine and make you regret that.
No.
Goose, can you change your name to Dave?
I'll change my name to all of your names.
Someone said I sent 2 questions through super chats that didn't get read.
Victoria DeLuna. Let me see.
Yeah, try looking for them.
Dude, I've had the beginning part of the safety dance stuck in my head for so long, but just the beginning part.
It is pretty catchy, I guess.
Okay, Victoria DeLuna, what would be the Hogwarts houses of the Hazbin characters?
Oh, they'd probably all be in Slytherin. Charlie would be Gryffindor. She's a Gryffindor. Vaggie would be a Ravenclaw. Baxter would be a Hufflepuff. So would Nifty. Husk would be... And I think just everyone else would be Slytherin. I think everyone else sucks.
And the other one...
Angel might be a Ravenclaw, maybe. Maybe.
Dude, what's the difference between Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff? I have no idea.
Ravenclaws are like wiser and a little bit. I always kind of consider them to be like a little bit more like up their own ass. So that's
Hufflepuff is literally just everyone who doesn't fit in the other houses, right?
Yeah, Hufflepuff is just everyone. It's the losers club equivalent of
Catherine Carcoma donated earlier. She wanted a drawing of you, Viv, geeking out about your own characters.
Geeking out about my character?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna draw my
how
actual
narcissistic
reaction.
of you.
I'm gonna draw my actual reaction to my characters. It's not quite geeking out, but it's the very accurate one.
And then Kojaz wanted to know, does Arachnus genuinely hate his siblings?
Probably, yes, I would say. He sucks. Arachnus sucks. That's why I'm excited for him, because I like characters that suck, but he, like, sucks. Like, when people say, like some of the characters, like, genuinely are, like, the worst people ever, but, like, I still like them, because, like, I like villains and stuff, but, like, they suck. Like, if people end up hating them, I will not blame anyone.
There's something really likable about, like, really unlikable characters.
Especially in, like, fiction, because it's, like, in fiction, it's just, there's a level of, like...
Obviously, if they're real, it's like,
yeah.
Okay, no thanks.
Yeah, but, like, in fiction, there's something, like, really fun about, yeah, like, the worst thing ever.
Well, because fiction's, like, the only place you really can explore the worst without any, like...
Exactly.
Repercussions or negative effects. I mean, I'm sure some people would disagree, but...
Yeah, not anymore because of the frickin' libtards, right?
Can't like villains anymore.
Fiction is free reign.
Lena Charlotte Hansen says, hi from Denmark. Love what you do and the characters. Fun fact, Husk means remember.
Oh, that's actually really cute.
Denmark is such
that
a
kind of fits
Yeah.
him. That kind of fits him, honestly. The more you get to know his story.
Unintentional symbolism?
We were just talking about the
symbolism.
Danish royal family and their fucking weird family portrait.
That was definitely unintentional because, like, I didn't even name him. So my sister named him.
Well, maybe your
Thank you,
sister
Psycho.
intentionally did.
That is true. My sister does think about things a lot more than I do sometimes, so.
Okay, I think I see one more.
There's my accurate reaction to my characters. They're trash babies. My trash babies. It's funny because a lot of people like joke that I'm like the mom. I don't know. I don't view characters really as like my children, But I feel like at the same time, there's like I usually just refer to them as trash babies, so maybe that's still like accurate. I don't know.
An abusive stepmother.
I'm like the abuse. I mean, because
That's what I call
I don't
myself
like.
because I love abusing my characters.
Yeah, because I don't know if I should be called the mom because I don't really treat them well in the sense that I'm writing stories where not great things happen to them, but I still care about them a lot. So, you know, it's a complicated relationship.
Last drawing request is they wanted Alistair wearing a service dog vest that says.
This is what?
Alistair wearing a service dog vest that says "Do not."
Darn it! You're cutting out right on the last word. Do not
Touch.
touch. Okay.
Touch.
Okay, there we go.
I'm pretty sure.
Yell.
$12 from Slow with nothing.
Oh, that means we get to decide what the request is.
Viv, draw my.
Yeah, draw Dave's dad.
No.
You draw Dave's dad hanging out with Wesley Snipes, his favorite
Draw Dave's
actor.
dad strangling Dave like Bart Simpson.
The worst part is Viv actually knows what my dad looks like because he came into town.
So-
I know, but I can't draw people. Like, I can't draw real people for shit, so that's why I never do it. This one person, I remember, like, one of the earlier streams we did was just, like, draw me, and they kept getting, like, really upset because, like, we weren't doing that. I was like, I don't know what you look like. I can't, like, I can't. They were like, no, draw me, and I was like, what?
You gotta draw my eternal other.
Pizza boy.
Pizza Boy reviews. Is he back?
Yeah.
He was back earlier. I don't know if he's gone now.
Does he have a face? Wait, no, I checked his channel and there was nothing uploaded to it.
There's nothing uploaded.
Fraud. Doesn't even review.
He needs at least one review.
Goose, you don't understand our complicated relationship.
I can sure as heck try, just for the
Well,
mockery.
Try as you might, you'll never have a slight.
I'm going to kill you, Dave.
That's fine.
I'm going to kill you and then myself.
Joker Girl 129. Let me try to find your question.
And suicide jokes are just like all I have anymore. Like, I used to be so much funnier.
No. I don't know. I think the absurdist humor is still there, like in the script.
For real, like sometimes I legitimately like judge if I made a good joke on Twitter if Goose liked it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like legitimately. I'm like, I don't care how many likes this gets. If Goose liked it, then I know it's.
Is it weird that like I kind of do the same thing like with you? Like if you like a tweet, I'm like, yeah.
Aw.
I think you're.
That is kind of how I gauge some of mine too. Is I wait for like my friends that I know like would know if I'm joking or not and would think it's funny, and if you guys like it, I'm like, okay, you got it. That's why that's how I kind of knew that the fucking email joke didn't really read. I was like, shit, I don't think that one read.
Email joke?
I like posted this stupid email
Joker-
I got, and I went like call out post for like this person that wrote me this really stupid email. And it, you know, like it didn't have anybody's name. It wasn't like outing anyone. It was just somebody sent me the lyrics to "I Need a Hero," but they changed it to "I Need a Healer," and it was the most out of context nothing email I've ever received.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
They just sent me the
video
lyrics.
game?
Yes, they just sent me the lyrics to "I Need a Hero," but they changed the word "hero" to "healer," and that was it. That was the email, and I was just like, "This. Why did someone send me this?"
Hey, real quick, two things. One, reminder: we're done with drawing requests. As in, we're gonna get Angel. We'll do yours because you donated, but no more, please.
Yeah, no,
'cause we
no
have to
more.
go.
We're gonna.
But also, Joker Girl 129.
You cut out.
Is Angel's mom still in heaven? And
What was the second part of that? I heard is Angel's mom still in heaven?
And does she have a name?
Oh, does she have a name? I can't say either, unfortunately.
I didn't even know Angel had a mama.
He's gotta have a mom. You gotta have a mom from somewhere. Unless he just poofed into existence.
Alright,
Which
this
technically,
last-
all cartoon characters poof into existence, so that is true. Anyway, what was the last one?
This last drawing request from Angel. Hi guys, Viv, could you please draw Angel with a moth for me?
With a moth.
Also, I'm curious, did Angel pick up any spider behaviors or mannerisms when he gained his demon form? And does he have a favorite color? Love you.
Angel's favorite color
What are
is pink.
spider mannerisms?
He's definitely pink. He loves pink. There's a reason that everything is pink. I definitely think his mannerisms, I would say, are like closely because he's based on a jumping spider, so he can jump real high. But other than that, I don't really know if he has any like spider tendencies besides like the arms. He's got the arms. They
Does he
wanted
do that thing where he rubs his face with his pedipalps?
Maybe. What was the drawing part of that real fast? Just because I was brain dead.
Angel
With a moth. Okay, that's what it was. I was like, what? Okay.
Just like holding a moth?
I'm just gonna have him like looking at one on his finger. Little moth.
Are you paying attention to the chat?
I just noticed it.
I was, but not anymore.
What happened?
Pizza Boy Reviews.
Pizza Boy Reviews said, hello, David. And I said, hello, Pizza Boy Reviews. And he said, it's pizza.
This is getting creepy.
You know what? It's review time.
I don't like this.
I'm so scared of Pizza Boy Reviews, man. Oh, man. Thank God he's attached to you, though, none of us.
Dave, you're digging like an actual grave with this guy. This is how stalkings and serial killings happen.
You know what? If one person were to kill me in cold blood, I'd be fine if it was Pizza Boy Reviews.
Damn it, I started to draw Alistair because the hand looked Alistair-y. Damn it.
You started drawing
You
Pizza Boy.
freaking moron!
I always start drawing the wrong character.
God, you're fired from Hazbin Hotel. Vic.
I know.
That should happen in Hazbin just for one frame, like a character just becomes Alistair.
That'd be pretty great, actually, if that just happens sometimes.
Like in every episode, there's a secret Alistair.
There's a secret. There would be a secret Alistair. That's like, it's like the big
Just like-
epic lore that we drop in each episode. Is like how many.
Like the
frames?
last frame of a camera cut, they just turn into Alistair.
Yeah.
Pizza Boy Reviews. Pizza Boy Reviews says you're gonna eat those words with Parmesan and spicy red pepper. Pizza Boy Reviews. Please tell me you have a Twitter account because I legitimately want to follow you. Like,
Wait,
because you're like the one person in the chat who's cool with doing bits with me.
how did this all start?
Like,
I
just
don't
one day I
actually
randomly picked him
know.
out, and I just started doing a bit that like he was the best person in the chat, and we just grew a relationship.
And then he became the best person in the chat?
And now he wants to kill me and eat my delicious pepperoni inside.
If we could get like
Well, the
Pizza Boy
natural
Reviews
progression.
into like a stream, would you be down for that, Dave?
I gotta make sure he's cool first, like in real life. That's why I'm asking if he has a Twitter.
I'm sure. Yeah, he seems
This
like
is
a
how
awesome
you-
guy.
That's how you break in to the Hazbin crew.
Yeah, you just
He's
become
gonna
entertaining
become a writer and
enough.
everything.
You just
Pizza
have to
Boy
become.
Reviews is gonna be head writer. Oh.
That's not true. Don't listen to anything
Asuna
I say.
Yuki asks, yeah, don't listen to Goose. But Asuna Yuki asks, Viv, I noticed that Angel only has 4 arms instead of 6 in the older art. Is that to cut down on animation cost?
Yeah, Angel has 6 arms, canonly, but we only animate him with the 4 because like it's way easier to pose, way easier to animate. You know, two sets of arms.
But
is
you will
already
see with
tricky.
his 6 arms.
But he does actually.
In the
Yes, he actually does have his 6 arms in the show at one point. You will see how they work. The whole point of the first episode is kind of like establish kind of the most basic rules about these characters, or at least the main ones. So there's a lot of like things that are in it kind of to serve those purposes. So I'm excited for you guys to see them.
Such as the 6 arms.
Such as the 6 arms, yes. Very
Breezy
important.
S wanted to know if you could give us more info on Lilith or Rosie. I'm sorry, and Rosie.
I cannot give much info on either of them, actually, because both would be very heavy spoilers. So
Yeah, here's the thing, guys.
They are
is that,
very important. Like
like
Rosie
I said,
is another very important character in Hazbin, so I can't really answer a lot about her either, unfortunately.
You only get spoilers answered for every $10,000 donation.
Yeah, if you give me $10,000, I'll give you like a really juicy fact.
Don't actually do that. Don't waste your money.
Yeah.
There's somebody in the chat, Breezy S, that says their question was missed.
that was just the question I read.
Oh, was it? Oh shit, I missed it. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Aspen Arts wanted to know, dumb question, but what would the characters think about the new Dark Crystal Age of Resistance series? I haven't gotten to watch it
I
yet.
haven't watched it, so I wouldn't know. And
I've
I'm
heard
probably the
nothing
one
but
that
good
would
things
know.
about it.
Dude,
I'm sure
it's
some
honestly...
of them would like it. Alistair, I could see being like, this is whimsical, but I haven't seen it, so I have no idea.
This is literally me.
I think
This
it's
is
better
me.
than the movie, personally. It was really good.
Is
Well,
it?
doesn't the movie
is
have
it
a lot
like-
of problems with the characters?
Is it like a remake of the movie in like a longer format, or is it like a sequel? or
No,
something?
it's a prequel to the movie. So, like, I watched the movie before watching it, then watched all of the prequel, the whole series, and watched the movie again. It actually made me enjoy the movie like a lot more because it goes like deeper
Ooh.
into the lore of like the Dark Crystal world. It's
That sounds
cool. Yeah, it was a really good show, and like the puppets are amazing. The in one of the episodes, you know that YouTube dude that got really famous for the finger puppets? He's got like the one of the bug and the dog.
Dave Capdeville?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
the
me.
Dave Capdeville. No, I'll send you the video later. The guy who got really famous, he has like a part in it where he does like finger puppets of like the Sketskis and the other dudes, the Urs. It really, really well done. Like they did a really good job with the atmosphere of the show.
That's awesome.
Casket Entifer says, Alistair reminds them of Ed Gein, the real-life serial killer and cannibal, inspiration for Texas Chainsaw and Psycho. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm familiar with Ed Gein. I'd say Alistair has more in common with, like, in terms of, like, real-world stuff, which it is not real-world. He is not meant to be any real-world killer. I'm very against that. But you know, if he had any similarities to anything, I'd say he's like the Axeman of Louisiana. Though he killed women. The problem is, like Alistair actually didn't go after. He's kind of like, he's more akin to like the fictional serial killer Dexter than probably anyone. He doesn't really just go after just anyone. He's got a weird moral code that he follows.
Last thing. Battle Droid Officer V21 Oofboss 1235. I wish they could say happy birthday for your mom. Happy birthday to your mom.
Happy birthday.
I hope it's a happy
to your
birthday.
mom.
Happy birthday to your mom.
Well, I think that's it.
Yes. So this was a fun time. Thank you guys, as always, so much for donating. Thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for being on the stream with me today. We had Dave Capdeville. He's not gonna say anything. Dan.
Oh, is that by cue?
I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Don't wait. Do it again.
Okay. We had Dave Capdeville. Here we go. We had Dan. I don't know. I actually don't know your last name, Dan, but I know you've got one.
Let's just say Dan Capdeville.
Dan Capdeville.
Yeah. And Goose
Dan
Capdeville.
Whoa!
And we had.
You could just look up Danny Rats. That's easy.
There we go. Danny.
Yeah.
We had Danny Rats, and we had Gooseworks.
Gooseworks!
Follow me on Twitter at Dave Capdeville and follow Gary Busey on Twitter at the Gary Busey.
All right. Well,
Gooseworks on Twitter at Gooseworks Music.
Follow Frankie Muniz on Twitter because he's a psychopath. Okay, goodbye.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for donating, and have a good one. See you next time.